Ladies and gents, what is up? What is up? Yo, I love how we, like, before the stream even started, we already had the discussions going. Like, I know I'm taking a chat break today to just talk to everybody and stuff, but it still amuses me how before we even started anything, like, there was already a discussion going on in chat. So welcome to the show, everybody. We're gonna just relax today. We're gonna have a nice time. We're gonna talk. Because I never really, I know it's a bit of a weird stage to be doing this at. Normally, you'd want to do this when your audience is larger, but now that the audience has actually shrunk, because it's only literally the faithful that even keep coming back, I think it's a great time to just settle down for a second and get to know people, get to talk to people, get to really speak to people about the state of the game, their thoughts, things like that, and just really have a general discussion before, 'cause I'm thinking of taking like little breathers here and there, and now would actually be the perfect time because there isn't really much content to go on, and we're also just waiting for the next major order, so like there's literally nothing much to do. May as well talk, right? So, chat break time. Time to talk to folks. So that is the whole plan. So welcome. I cannot resolve that for you, Krishna Boost. It sounds like you had some kind of bug. So I would suggest reporting that to Arrowhead because there's nothing I can do for you, buddy. I have never encountered that before. Never in my life, so don't know how to help you with that. Hey Star, what's up? Hey Noel, Lord J, Mr. Putz, welcome. Yeah, you asking for technical help here is usually not gonna happen because there's most of the issues that other people have I never encounter, and I believe you're on the PS5, so yeah, go to official Discord, ask there. Somebody there might be able to help you, but it sounds to me like your personal order bugged out or something like that. Running lots of polls tonight. Now we're gonna run a couple of polls tonight as well, see where people are thinking, see what people are feeling. And that is the plan. That way I can take a nice breather and also get to know everybody. Hey Yuri, what's up? Welcome, welcome. And Mr. Putz, no I am not. I have no reason to do AH team interviews, and I'll tell you why. You see, I am not a hired...
New super chat received.
No problem, Kenny. Thank you very much for that. Alright? Sincerely appreciate that. I'll explain my stance on that in a little while. Let me just get my poll and everything started. That sounds so wrong, getting my poll started. And now I love this new YouTube feature. I can reply to people that super chat, so love you, bro! Thanks! Yeah, I mean I have to do it from my phone. I can't actually do it from I don't know why I can't do it from PC, which makes like no sense, but I can actually do it from my phone, which is really nice. I really like this new feature. It's actually pretty awesome. Do we get Vernon Wells? Let me check for you. I can actually do that. I can just go check. It is always the same planet. No, not yet. Vernon Wells still has 14% to go. Anyone who wants to dive on Vernon Wells, please by all means feel free to dive on him. All right. Yeah, well, listen mode is perfectly fine because today I just want to chat with people, relax, and get to know folks. So the first poll that we actually talked about, like right before we actually started the stream, was should AH have a roadmap? And I'll answer your question in a second, Mr. Putz, as well, where you talked about me getting interviews with the AH team. I'll explain why I do not associate with other creators, but I will explain all that. And if you guys want to like the stream, feel free to like it. If people just want to tune in and listen, feel free to tune in and listen. Today is not a today I want to keep it to a very like relaxed session with you guys, because today I want to not only get to know the Helldivers community that always hangs out with me, but I also want to know your thoughts and talk to everybody, get a feel for everybody in a non-creepy way. So expectations. Okay, I'm going to start with a very simple poll. These polls aren't going to go for the whole stream like last time. They're just going to be short ones where people can vote, have their say, and talk about it. So, yeah, give me a second. Let me close my window and we'll get started. James C. ASL, what the hell? Lol. But, yeah, so coming back to, while people take the time to vote on the poll, coming back to what Mr. Putt said, am I in private contact with any other HD2 content creators? And whether or not we should band together to get some AH team interviews. The reason why I would never do that is, number one, several of the creators, again, without naming names and without starting drama, several of the creators that currently make content for this game, I have known them through other games, and I know them very well for buying views. And as I am one of the few YouTubers who stays very, very far away from that, and, you know, I would never associate myself with view buyers, nor would I ever purchase views or, you know, do things unfairly. As you can see, if I post a video and it only gets 800 views, then I'm okay with that. That's my video, that's what it earned, you know? I will never stress about that, but some other people, they have a fake it till you make it mentality. And again, I'm not going to name names, but just know that they like to put up shitty tier lists that are untrue anyway, because they only apply in select situations. And again, this is a very different content creation style for me, because for me, I prefer to stay true to facts. If AH wants me to publish an interview with them, I will happily interview them, but on a solo basis. And either way, they'd have to approach me. I do not really do interviews, and my channel is not really about that. My channel is more about the game itself. So I would stay away from the politics of the game, because for me, that's not really something that I care about, nor am I a news-related channel. I'm more of a boots on the ground kind of general. So that is why I do things the way that I do. So I hope that answers the question. I'm sure some other Helldivers related news channel would happily do an interview with them, but whether or not they'd be as truthful and unbiased as me, I don't know. But if any of them wanted to talk to me privately, they can always reach out to me via email, Discord, whatever. But welcome, everybody. Welcome, you know? Yeah. Sometimes it's best not to know the facts. I would love to start drama, Lord J, but the backlash would hit everyone, and there's no point in doing that when the community is already feeling divided. Now, we've already had 40 votes in the poll, and 27% of people have actually said AH should not have a roadmap to set expectations. I'm actually kind of curious, why did the people who voted no say no to the roadmap? I would love to hear from you guys, and, you know, that's actually very interesting. The 73% who voted yes, I understand why. You know, a roadmap to help set expectations would be kind of good. But I'm more than willing to hear from the people who voted no. Why did those people vote no? Like, is it just to be contrarian, or is there an actual reason why? Caleb says roadmaps just make for frustrations about when we will get certain things or delays. I can hear that. Yeah. I definitely do not disagree. That is definitely. Oops, sorry. I wanted to like Deke Austin's super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. And now I can reply to this. Thank you so much for supporting. You're a real one, brother. Yeah, I don't know why I'm just loving this feature so much. It's so nice. Because you can't read it even if they released it. Lol. See you later, Krishna. You like discovering content, so you don't really want a roadmap? Fair enough. We're now up to 30% that have said no. There might be a bit of a spoiler effect with roadmaps. Certainly. Okay, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Like, some people, they just don't like ruining surprises, and that's okay. Yeah. See, Deep Rock Galactic, when they make mistakes, they generally excuse me, they generally own up to it. So I feel that they are very different from Arrowhead. Now, Deep Rock Galactic never had the same success that Arrowhead did, but I think they've got a real good handle on their community. Pocket sand, all of that. Fair enough, Phil. Fair enough. By the way, hi, Phil. John voted no as well. It create a sense of false expectations. I understand that. And community's already really impatient. I get you. I get you. Certainly, the community has not been patient because, again, I have to say this in fairness, the people, the Arrowhead themselves have kind of screwed over the community because they set the expectations from the community. So, yeah. Fair enough, Solar, fair enough. The surprise enemy drops. Okay. Okay, a roadmap could ruin that, yep. DRG, the reason why I didn't play Deep Rock Galactic is because I did not really enjoy it. And also, let me check the player count numbers, actually. I haven't checked it in a while. I'm pretty sure there's a reason I didn't pick it up at the time. Yeah, the player count was not as strong as I wanted it to be. Hovers around the 10K mark. I may as well play Diablo. So I'm actually going to be pushing some Diablo content soon. Might even do a stream or two. We'll see what comes with this new major order. I'm waiting for it, but we'll see. But yeah, Deep Rock Galactic, not my kind of game. And also, player base is too small. And yeah, fair enough, Skullwalker. Like, if their perspective for not wanting the roadmap is because it ruins surprises, then I totally understand you guys. That's very true, Gabriel, but them being comfortable doesn't help. You see, there's always two sides to the coin. The people working at AH can be very comfortable, but then it might end up like a Dark Tide situation, whereby the dev team is so comfortable that the content creators get screwed over. Like, they hired a lot of us to go into this partner Discord, but it's kind of like practically a dead server. There's nothing going on, and communications don't come out very often, so we're left with nothing to share with our community, and therefore we don't create the content on the game. So it's kind of like that, and I feel that, like, the devs need to be fair as well. They need to have a you know, fair treatment for the content creators. A lot of the times, game developers or game companies and studios seem to leave out the content creation side a lot, and that feels very negative, because I don't think people realize, but when people talk about you on social media, when people are making YouTube videos about your product, that acts as a lot of hype. And when people stop doing that, the hype draws away, and when they have nothing to make videos on, what do you have left? For example, a certain creator whom I dislike very much made a tier list about 2-3 days ago, and it generated 80,000 views, 90,000 views, 100,000 views. Where are all those players in the game? Are you telling me that every single player playing right now watched that tier list video? There is no hype from fake videos. Not only do you need content creators, but you need genuine content creators that aren't faking their way to success. Because when you have the fakers creating the content, the false hype only makes people question, wait a second, 100,000 people viewed this, and I've actually said this for a previous game that we no longer talk about. 100,000 people viewed this video, and yet there's no hype in game. Nobody's really pushing the order. Are you sure 100,000 people watched your shit? This kind of feeling is extremely negative, and it can go against you. So I can understand from that perspective why some dev studios do not like content creators, especially the fakers. But if you find the good ones, you need to work with the good ones, you know? That's fair, Captain Max Swagger. And while there are some people that do that will watch the videos, but don't play as much, not everybody will do that. So I'm quite certain a lot of that is fake. Like, look, you know, people can believe what they want to believe, but I'll just say, as somebody who's been in this industry, once you get to really know them, it's all fake. Well, tier lists are not something that I do either way, Caritas, because I don't focus on that kind of thing. Rather, I just figure out what is the most efficient, and then I present that. That's why for every single game that I've ever made content for, I do not make tier lists, because there is no point in having a tier list at all. It only creates false expectations. Kind of like the whole discussion with the roadmap. I feel that tier lists set false expectations and false ideas in people's heads, and they may be afraid to try something that's considered low tier, but could be, in their particular hands, the best weapon ever. So, Yuri's servo is the only S tier. They could do dev blogs to tease stuff, yeah, sure. As long as they communicate, Phil, I think that'll be fine. Yuri says he'd like a roadmap as it's a way to judge whether devs are able to meet the goals they set. But yeah, okay, understood. That perspective also is understandable. And Caleb, you're absolutely right. There's no in-game information on how to take it down. Most of it has to come from creators. Like I myself did a video on how to take it down, but I think many people don't know that, so I understand. Like I would love, basic training, briefings, things like that, something like that would work. But also I can understand Hellmeyer's perspective saying that in war, intel is passed through experience. Like that to me definitely sounds true, and it would also technically, to an extent, give the content creators something to do. Cover an enemy as soon as it's out, Captain Rumpanda, no, we were not. We were nowhere near close. We would have been close if people had picked up their slacks earlier, but 87%, we're actually below expectations. I guessed that we'd be about 10% away from completion. We actually fell short by 3%, a testament to more players having left. That's how it is, Caritas. So briefings by watching creators, I think that that's fine, Tier lists are indeed the junk food of YouTube videos, yeah. They do work, but I stay away from them. Well, that is true, Caleb. That is true. But at the same time, I think that a lot, like, or rather I as a creator would never stand on the dev side with this. There has to be, it is important, but you cannot say it takes time, because there are things in life where you cannot take your time. If somebody needs surgery immediately to save their life, you cannot take your time. When you've got a player-based decline, and let's be fair here, let's look at facts, okay? Let's stay away from fiction. Let's look solely at facts, okay? I want to do what I like to call a week-on-week comparison. So today is the 23rd of May. That would be a Thursday, right? So the last Thursday was the 16th of May. The peak of players last Thursday, just 1 week ago, okay, on the 16th of May, the peak, now we haven't reached the peak yet, but the peak was 86,000. In fact, okay, let's compare the peaks from yesterday instead. That's fairer. 15th May peak was 88,000, whereas the 22nd of May peak at roughly the same time period would have been 65,000. So effectively in a week, we have gone from 86,000, 88,000, whichever number I said, to 65,000. So let's take the higher number, 88 minus 65. That's a 23,000 drop in a week. When you've got a drop like that, I think it should be immediate, because it's kind of like needing immediate surgery. And this is why it's like, hey, if you start announcing something, you better already have it prepared, And yes, do hit the like button to show love for our lovely chat session. That is very true, Okita. Kind of like customers in a restaurant, time is a resource, and we can realistically give them time to cook, but a lot of us will go somewhere else to eat if the devs are cooking for too long. And in fact, that's the whole reason I thought about it. I actually, before starting and setting up the stream for tonight, I thought to myself, what should I do tonight? I heavily considered playing Diablo 4 because I'm planning on doing some Diablo 4 content. In fact, starting as early as tomorrow. And I genuinely, thought about it, and I said, should I just do a Diablo 4 stream tonight? Because I am tired of this. I am genuinely tired of fighting, and I just want to talk with people, chill, and have a relaxed time. Then I thought, oh wait, I can just do that. I can just sit here and talk to you guys. So I decided to do that instead. And I think it's better because either way, this is a Helldivers community for now, and I do want to speak on Helldivers issues. And I think people have a lot to say, and sometimes they just don't get heard when I'm doing gameplay. So, I'll save the gameplay section for later once the major order is out if there's something immediate for us to do. But in the meantime, talking with people, I think that that's important. So, yeah, that's why I decided to do things this way. But I myself am tired, and if the next major order isn't a fun or exciting one that I feel genuinely excited to participate in, I might just play over the weekend, because I already, like, the weekend's already going to be the first Descendant. We already know that. So I might genuinely pick up and play some other stuff. Oh God, Diablo Immortal. Okay, Star. You ever mention Diablo Immortal again? I'm gonna put you in the brig. All right, so you take that creepy mobile pay to win stuff where you spend thousands of dollars. You take it off my table, okay? Get away from me. Get away from me. You immortal leper. Ugh. Somebody get the cat spray bottle and just spray her with some mace. Keep her away from me. Fire tornadoes are ridiculous. They've been ridiculous for weeks. That's why nobody goes to Hellmire or Menkent anymore. Reptile Man, roadmap would be nice if executed correctly. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I don't disagree with the people voting yes, by the way, but I can also understand the concerns of those voting no. We've had about 78 votes, and it's swinging more toward the no side right now, so very interesting to see the dynamic. A lot of people have heard the arguments for and against and are casting their votes after hearing things out, which I really like as well. I do genuinely think that there may be problems with the roadmap if they release it, and many of you have highlighted that for me, so thank you for that. And many people have also highlighted the positives of having a roadmap either way as well. So both, I think, are good, and both have strengths and weaknesses that we can take into account and understand. So yeah, no, I like the idea that there can be both. Is D4 overly microtransaction or actually enjoyable and playable? The only microtransactions are for cosmetics. It's not like Diablo Immortal. Star, unfortunately, is a heretic, but, you know, it's not like Diablo Immortal at all. Diablo Immortal is heavily paid, whereas Diablo 4 is more like just play, relax. It's kind of like the old Diablo 2, but simplified, that's all. And I think the combat systems were a bit too simplified, which is why people got bored of it in Season 1. Grind was too long, it was overly simplistic. Now, it's simple, but the grind is very short. So that's been the interesting thing for Season 4. It's a very short grind. Hey, listen, if you like your pay-to-win game, Star, you go ahead and you play your pay-to-win game, okay? Just don't associate with me. Stay away from me, you leper. All right? I don't want to catch your disease. Ferdinand, you know, that actually is one of the big problems. You don't even look at the major orders. You just kill bugs because it's fun. That's great, but it's not going to hold the majority of players' attention. And in fact, that's the exact problem. People aren't invested in the major orders when the major orders are the entire point of the end game. The major orders are what hold the veteran players together, because when there's nothing left to achieve, all that's left is kind of diving with your friends and having a good time and playing the major orders. So it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. I get that players want to play for fun, but that's exactly what has divided the community so much and caused problems. So. And John, they should interact with people, but then they'd be spending their time interacting on social media instead of getting shit done. What they need to do right now is get shit done. Marigin, I agree. We Are Cooking is not good enough. They should set expectations. Like, they don't have to share everything in a roadmap, but maybe they can set expectations, you know? Well, I agree with that, Caleb, because if they drop the Illuminate now, it's not going to be exciting at all, you know? Long MOs are definitely a bad choice. I think we need short MOs that are exciting for people. We need more personal incremental progression. That could be a thing, Al on Fire, but the question is, what kind of personal progression would you like to see? What is your definition of personal progression? Give us the idea and we can discuss it, you know? The illusion of the MO was crushed with the Menkent line, right? We set up a defensive line and it was literally a wooden picket fence. That is kind of true, Captain McSwagger. The major order is supposed to be the main aspect of the game, but it's not exciting players, and players aren't convinced enough to play the major order, and that's why I've always said that, number one, if Joel wants to set major orders, they need to take a stance on this. Either set up clans so we can organize around major orders, or literally separate the player base. It might seem strange, but casual players and major order players. Casual players do whatever they want. Major order players will be the ones that participate, and the orders should be set based on how many people vote in. And once they get enough data, they'll be able to set major orders that, you know, work reasonably well. And then, you know, they can start to fit storylines around those. So you can either be a story player or somebody that just wants to kill bugs, you know? And listen, Leon, I completely understand. I myself don't feel like streaming this game. So if you like watching my great stream, I hope you'll tune in when I stream other stuff as well, because I'm probably thinking of streaming some other stuff tomorrow, but we'll see. I haven't really thought about it. In the morning, I'll probably still stream Helldivers 2, but in the evening, I don't know what I'll stream. I might stream Diablo 4 in the evening or just have another chat session. I haven't really thought about it yet, but we'll see. Like today, I'm really enjoying just talking with you guys. It's not bad. The kill orders are indeed boring because I think that there's not enough weapon variety to keep people interested, and trying to kill 2,000 things per hour gets real boring when you only have one efficient pathway to do it, you know? You know, funnily enough, Al on Fire, there is another game with a system with what you're suggesting. It's called Penances, and it comes from Warhammer 40k Darktide. We could get titles or things for killing 1 million bugs, or improving orbital laser damage by small amounts. Why don't actually, yeah, a personal progression system like that, I could get behind it. You know, maybe like cap out all your resources once, and then you get some stuff like some little things that will be earnable that give us little boosts along the way, like teeny tiny boosts that maybe add up. Why not? I think that that would be really good. You know, yeah, a cape, a cosmetic for that kind of thing. A path of redemption here in Helldivers might be exactly, you know, might be exactly what we need. And it's true, medals are kind of a boring reward, Caritas. Like, it's so strange that we have medals as a reward, but you know, we're all capped out on medals. So how can we make major orders more interesting? You know, maybe there is no flavor without sport. That's right, Yuri. You know what? Maybe I should do a video saying and letting the wider public give their feedback to Arrowhead, and I'll just send him the video. I'll just literally say, "Hey, Palsted, here's a video link. I don't care if you read my tweet or not, but here's my video link. Here's what players are saying about, you know, about say major orders. What do you guys want to see?" Like, I could do video content around that. I wouldn't mind, you know. Maybe I'll think about that. Yeah, you know, that could be a way of keeping things alive while I also work on other stuff. I wouldn't mind. Better guns, new maps, and good missions to play in. Hey, that takes time though. You know, I think what we should look at is what is the low-hanging fruit. What is something fast that Arrowhead can do right now? You know. What kind of rare samples? It would still be better for those still progressing. Yeah, but those of us capped out wouldn't really progress the major orders for that. Is the problem the major order itself, or is it the rewards from the major order, you know? And giving us titles for major orders, yeah, that seems like a really easy fix. You know, every major order completed could have a title attached, and we could just accumulate titles. Maybe they'd have to come back in rotation at some point though, because there'd be a lot of fear of missing out. Personal orders being aligned with the MO, yeah, I think I can agree with that. I think they don't want to have armor transmogs, Kenny, but I think that some sprays or recolors might actually be nice for customization. I would be okay with that. The problem with tweaking the numbers around Rum Panda is that I don't know how they've coded the game, because there seems to be a lot of hidden stats, and tweaking the numbers can sometimes cause wonky, janky things to happen. Remember how everyone was crashing because of the blitzer at one point? And that was just literally just a math tweak of the kill counter. So while I agree that a fast fix would be just tweaking weapon numbers, and this is why, you know, in the last session that I actually did talk about it, and I said that we should have just like, you know, three or four weapon buffs, maybe 2 or 3 weapon buffs every week until they get themselves stabilized. Like, that could be helpful. A sneak peek every now and again would be nice. Thanks, Mom. So yeah, lack of benefits for the MO is definitely a problem, as well as, you know, not having a reason to play it. A way you can think that can motivate MO completion is a community-wide buff. Yeah, you know what? Actually, that's a really good suggestion. Community-wide buffs. I'm actually gonna write that down. Community-wide buffs are a good idea. That was a really good idea. Any other ideas from people about what could make MOs exciting? Try to think outside the box. You know, maybe I'll just like put it all together in one video and just say, hey, pause it here. This. Watch this. Major order missions should come with an extra stratagem, so while doing it, okay, we can community-wide buffs for completion, and maybe extra stratagems or unique stratagems available only to MOs. That's a suggestion I can take down. Okay, stratagems available extra during missions. Yep, sure. Like if you go to planets related to an MO, you get extra stratagems, extra supplies, like a buff to you to make it more fun to play on the planets. So like you could have extra barrages going, things like that. Team major orders would be cool, but I don't think it's a suggestion we want because a lot of people in games like this, they play with randoms. So a team-based MO might not be so good until they introduce a clan system to support it. You know, so that might be very important. Give us free access to stratagem for winning the MOs. Yeah, community-wide buff might be good. Like, you know, 2 to 3 weapon buffs every week. Oh, sorry, that's in relation to my weapon buff suggestion. But at least, yeah, a community benefit for completing an MO for X number of days would be really good. The Galactic War seemed really cool, Mr. Putz. It has kind of like, you know, sort of petered out because I think most people are just not really into it anymore. So I understand that. Well, 132 people being concerned about where this game is going is good. Let's talk and let's conversate. We've had 111 votes in the poll. I'm going to end this previous poll when it hits 30 minutes, but so far about 69% have said that they want a roadmap. 31% have said no, but the reasons for the no's are actually really good. So even though majority has said yes, and this is one of the important things about data, you can't just look at raw data, but you have to understand the reasoning behind data, which is why I like talking with people, because those who said no to the roadmap, they thought a lot about it, you know, and they had some really valid points, which I like. Title suggestion. Oh, almost forgot that. Thank you, Akita. I will add that in. Titles for completion, but may create FOMO. I'll add that in because it's also a good discussion. That is actually very true, Yuri. With regards to the clan system, Helldivers was extremely fortunate that players created communities on their own, but once a lot of the biggest streamers left, or once you've got only the fake communities left, it does kind of fall apart and leaves a gaping hole because people either aren't following the major orders or shit just isn't getting done. Even the individual unique communities, like the ones that Miklos is a part of and stuff like that, are having people leave. So yeah, we do probably need a solid clan system, but it has to be also supported by the player base. So Helldivers 2 is actually lacking in a lot of areas, you know. Daniel, yeah, the free stratagem buff would be pretty useful. A trophy case where you get displayable ribbons and medals for various completed MOs that a diver has actually put progression in. That could be like an individual progression system that could give you the title or displayable ribbons, like temporary displays and stuff. Yeah, okay. Progression system with like a trophy display. That's actually not a bad suggestion. That'll be pretty cool. Upgrading ammo magazines and different ammo types to ammo would be an easy way to improve. They could drop variants of guns. Let me expand on that suggestion. How about like gun variants or experimental guns for MOs? It could be also a way of them testing weapon buffs. Think about it for like this. Like, what if they had like, okay, let's say for this particular MO, they're testing a defender variant. So those participating in the MO get to try a special defender if they want to, you know, and they can use this special defender that has like maybe double damage, more armor penetration and stuff like that. You know, I think that'll be pretty cool. And maybe they can use that as a way of testing weapon buffs and see how it functions, what loadouts can be built around it, you know, stuff like that. Like, it could be an optional thing. Like, people could still bring other guns, but why not? You know, gun variants for doing ammos, yes, and it gets you free feedback. Okay, I've noted that down. That's a great idea. Shared history, that the idea of good ammos, how we got the creek crawlers, you kind of want the ice wall of Astanu to become a thing. Community history, lore, like community history and lore videos. Yep, okay. Like maybe lore videos in game, or short, or even just a place where, you know, maybe Helldivers. Like think of it this way, like mission log terminal, where Helldivers who participated can leave a comment. Maybe limit it to 250 characters, but they can like leave a comment in the mission log. So like, let's say a major order gets completed, then all the divers that participated, you could read all the dispatches related to the major order, and then at the end you can read all the comments by all the Helldivers. Like, that'd be pretty cool, you know? Yeah, something like that. Top 100 players. Okay, award ceremony animation for top 100 players, that might create a lot of negative competition, Alan Fire. I like the idea, but here's the problem. Once you start having a leaderboard situation, you will introduce this fierce competitiveness that can generate toxicity. So I'd be okay with a mission terminal where random comments scroll through from all these people that participated. Like, that'll be totally okay. And you just have to hit a certain amount of progression in the major order to get that, to effectively contribute. But a leaderboard or anything like that would probably be a no from me. So it should acknowledge our effort and our deaths, but it should not create toxicity. Trazek says implement a galactic war season. Could work, but it might make people bored if it's only skewed to one side. So that one would be a much bigger idea that, you know, we'd have to worry about. Maybe they could add it in future, but it might generate some negativity there as well. But we'll have to see. And, you know, the no-lifers would always win, and I think it would generate a lot of negativity. I know of a game that I no longer speak of that used to have leaderboards, and all the content was just how to get onto this leaderboard, for how to be top 100. And that game eventually died out hardcore, so yeah, no. Certain MMOs can give titles. Titles can have progression connected to resources. Okay, keep going. If you have a complex idea. So specific MMOs in specific areas give specific titles. That would fall more under personal progression, wouldn't it? But if it had a permanent effect on the game, it might not be as good. I think a rotating display case of your trophies for participating in various MMOs might be cool. And having a shared history terminal might be better, because that way somebody is keeping the history forever, but your personal case would rotate. And if you got and accumulated multiple titles, you know, it might create too much progression. Even if there's cooldown, it might create too many things to manage. Like, imagine people who've been playing for years, eventually they've got like 100 bajillion titles. Might be a bit overdone. So you got to think long term as well. So yeah, it's a good idea though, but might be a bit too long term. Uncapped level and access samples and cash from missions give extra XP. That would be pretty cool all around, but when they decide to introduce new level-based titles, people are going to be level 300 instantly on day one, which might be a bit excessive. So I don't think so. Good suggestion, but not one that I think would be very good. Yeah. And yes, Captain McSwagger, cheaters do tend to take up top 100 spots, unfortunately. Vengeance, a news page on the ship would be kind of nice. Yeah. A news page on the ship would actually be really nice to communicate in-game. They could do that. I think a news page on the ship would be like an active news terminal. So, you know. Active news terminal. I'll sort through all these suggestions and try to make something concrete together. Well, that's fair, Miklos, you know. A bot title line, bug title line. But then the problem is that once you have something like that, and if it's rotational, then the people who've earned everything will be disinterested again. So titles for MOs, I'm not against it, but I think it should not be connected to a progression line, because that might like sometimes when there's too many things to progress in, it also creates like a feeling of being overwhelmed for new players. So they might be a bit discouraged to get into that. I think it would be fine if we just had community history. So I think community history is a stronger suggestion because at the very least, everybody has participated in it. But yeah, no, it's not a bad suggestion, but I can immediately start poking some holes in it, which I think might be no good. And that means that other people will probably see the same things that I do and start poking holes as soon as they introduce that. Lol, somebody actually remembers Mega Man X4. It was after Iris died, his little Reploid girlfriend. What are we fighting for? I still remember that scene. It was nice. The water in my bottle jumped out at me. Lol. Camera stratagem, support weapon that makes a recording overlay and records heroic acts. Lol. Wouldn't mind that shit. That'll be fun. What's up, K-Acid? The current conversation, well, you might have to rewind a little bit, but basically we're just talking ideas for major orders, how to make them spicier. But our first poll is coming to an end, and I asked whether or not Arrowhead should have a roadmap to set expectations. And the poll has ended with roughly 68% people saying yes and 32% saying no. But the 32% who said no, actually, with 131 votes, they actually had some really good points. So I think, personally, if you ask me my opinion, Arrowhead should not have a roadmap. It's better that they communicate more with the audience. You know, that'll be pretty good. A hardcore game mode where every Helldiver has one life would be interesting as well. Sure. But it would be quite spicy, and I'm not quite sure because you see, that's the kind of game mode that the hardcores would get into, but it might distract them from the major order. Customizing your warship, that would be pretty cool to have. I'm not sure if it's already been suggested, but I think we should have a customization for our warship. Titles having buffs, same like boosts, but only having one per team. They could do that for specialized titles. Yeah. One per team, but then what if two people want the same title? So, I don't know. Implementing that might force people to take a title they don't want, and that might create some discomfort. I think titles should remain cosmetic. You know, I think that's better, because once you start adding a tactical element to titles, people are going to say, okay, we need one person with this title, we're going to need one person for that title. It's inevitable. And I think that should not be the case, you know. They just need to show us they can be trusted, Mr. Putz. Absolutely. You know what, Yang Hui? That's not actually a bad suggestion. A separate reward system for major orders, like a specialized shop for cosmetics and things like that. A cosmetic shop for participating in major orders. You know what? Why don't we make that our next poll? Because that's actually a very interesting discussion. What if participating in a major order gave us a separate currency, you know? Okay. Yeah, we failed another MO, but now we're just having a nice little chat. If you feel that you would not like that, please explain why, yeah? Okay, let's start that next poll. That's a good one. I think that's very interesting. You know, a major order cosmetic shop. You know? If we had, like, a currency awarded for participating in MOs. And for those that said no with the 8 votes, please explain why, you know? Yeah, I mean, you'd have to complete at least one MO to open the shop, but maybe, yeah. But it would have to be something that would be shown to people at the start, you know? They would have to define what participation is in the major order, but I think that, you know, that's something that can be worked on. Let me just add that to the thing as well. It might feel like a mobile game. Yeah, that's a good negative point. You know, might feel. But at the same time, although it might feel like a mobile game, I feel that it might increase participation. So just make the rewards super credits. There's nothing else to buy with super credits, Waz. Only ones who need them are those who are not farming them in the game. And once you're capped out on all the armors, all the war bonds, you don't need super credits either. I've got this many sitting around. It won't help long-term player retention. But if we had separate cosmetics that were always coming out, you know, another currency type would be fair, in my opinion. So if that is the only reason for that, then I would say no, we don't need super credits because we get super credits as we play. And we can literally farm them. Yeah, it could be metals, you know, and stuff like that. A specialized blue metal that could be used for like cosmetics only, like that I would be okay with, honest to God, as long as it's not a reward that actually affects the game. But being a cosmetic reward, we'd have to see, you know, how that functions. Yeah, we need, I think it feels like we need some element of showing participation in the MO, so it feels like you're doing your part. Yeah. If the only thing keeping you sane is the personal order, I worry about you. Most people do not like the personal orders. Most people don't even do them because we're capped out. Demon Luck, my day is good. The thing that killed the game most is disappointing war bonds. Fair enough. I mean, you're not wrong, Edwin. You're not wrong on that. But that being said, you know, that is mostly a design failing because they haven't made like stuff distinct in the game. And yes, please do like the stream if you guys are liking the content, liking the chats. Please like the stream so that more people can come in and chat. The more you like it, the more YouTube starts sharing my content out with everybody, you know? A special planet like the cow level. Use bonus currency to get onto that planet. That might be too much of a Diablo 4 thing. I mean, what would be the point of the cow level anyway? Like, what would you be farming on the cow level? People only went to the cow level because cow level had insane XP. So, yeah. No worries, Spoon Racing. Enjoy your work. Do your best. Different stats and buffs could be like for the... I think that they need every single Warbond armor set to be distinct and have its own perks. That should be, you know, most of the, like, the most important thing. And super credits are cosmetic currency. No, they're not. Super credits should be something to support the developers. So the people that cannot play all the time, and look, I have to stand on the side of the developers with this one. If people cannot play all the time and farm the super credits, then they should be paying for the super credits, because that's how a game stays alive. Don't forget, this is a game that ultimately is offering you the premium currency for free. Therefore, the only other way that they can make money is if people who have no time pay to catch up. So they need to make their stuff worth paying for, first of all. Now, right now, it's not really worth paying for, so I can see that perspective. But in future, if they want this game to work well, then their Warbond stuff has to be worth paying for. And that's where they're going to be recouping their money so that they can fund further development. The game sales price is not enough to fund the ongoing salaries and ongoing updates of the developers. So I'd have to disagree with that. People who with no time, they pay. But a separate currency for cosmetics, I'm okay with that. More mission types and better war bonds, armor changes are needed. Maybe add stats to helmets. They did actually say that helmets initially had some stats, Michael B, so I completely agree with that. They should definitely add stats to that. Can't wait for another engineer set to pop up. Yeah. A collar at the top of your cape related to how many MOs you participated, or pauldrons. Those could be good, like cosmetic pauldrons. I wouldn't mind that, Caleb. It could be tied to how many MOs you participated in, maybe a progression tree for your pauldrons, because nothing says manly more than shoulder pads, right? You know? Slush Pup, maybe we're expecting too much. I don't think so, Slush. I think we're expecting too little. Rather, this is a result of players being ignored for so long that they need a space to vent their frustrations and also say what's in their hearts, because at the end of the day, you know, sure, not every suggestion is great, but it would be nice if players were taken more care of, because trust me, if you have a restaurant that really has great customer service, don't you want to come back every single time? I think the reason players are not coming back is they're not feeling the customer service anymore. They're just feeling burned out. They're eating the same food every day, and you know, it sucks. John, but back then, it was a very different time, and devs back then were poor and had passion for what they do. Now it's all about the money and who can pay the most. poaching talent left, right, and center. Not always wise. A special MO player card. A player card would be pretty cool. Like, imagine if you could show your player cards to other players. Like, take a look at my card. And then, like, you know, it would show them the player and, like, they could see how many MOs they completed. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. You know, like a cosmetic player card, you know, for completing MOs. I'll actually add that in. Yeah, fair enough, Star. You know, I'm glad that you still find it fun. But I think that those who play it daily will definitely be getting bored. You're still relatively new compared to the veterans who've been playing for months. So I think that that is why the excitement hasn't waned as much as, like, for example, for Arcane, it's a bit of a strain because he's been accompanying me for this for 3 months. And hell, if I wasn't making the money I do, I would stop streaming immediately because I am bored to shit with this game, especially with the fact that they're not really listening and not really making the changes that they should be making. But I can understand both perspectives there, you know? Hey, Gozu, good to have you here. The arc thrower buff? Well, listen, you know, I cannot. How would I recommend it to him? I have no relation to him, Okita. The most I can do is make suggestions on my stream or tweet at him. But arc thrower buffs and all that kind of stuff, we'll have to see what direction they take with the weapons buffs, you know? Well, Girolo Tak, they don't have to be cosmetics for a single MO. You see, the previous problem we assumed was always that the cosmetics would be for a single MO, but, you know, why not for just play? Okay, how about I just ban you for 24 hours? Enjoy. Bye-bye, Flaming Knife. Now, why don't we have, like, if we had a currency for the MOs and, like, you'd have to complete, like, say, maybe 2-3 MOs before you start getting your first cosmetic sets, then, you know, why not? Like, that would be okay. Like, I think that'll be all right. Gerolo talk. Those cards will get you laid. Lol. I will shove my card in Star's face every single day and say, hey, I am your commanding officer. You've seen how many MOs I've done? Yeah. Ribbons like in 40k. First of all, they're not ribbons. They're called purity seals. You know? Unfortunately, the Sony stuff is far beyond our control track. I would talk about it, but it's not something that we have immediate control over, because unfortunately, the fact of the matter is Sony does control the game. They do own Helldivers, and once they own the intellectual rights, they do have a say. So I think my discussion is more on what we can achieve with the community that we have left while we wait for Sony to unwind their position, maybe, but we'll see. And I agree with that, Broadsword. If the war bonds were impactful, it would be like once every 2 months would be fine. Start streaming Fallout 76. I would not like to get into that. It's not my kind of game, sorry. And plus the player base is already lower than Helldivers, so there'd be no point in me streaming that. I'd rather go to Diablo 4. Thanks for the suggestion, but I'd rather go to Diablo 4. Fallout 76 is not my kind of game. And Tanishk Raj Singh, good to know that you are so sad. Goodbye, 24-hour chat ban for your other account as well. Do you want more 24-hour chat bans? I can keep going. I can keep going. No, I completely understand, Star. Like I said, I have like 5 times your hours, so the strain for me is a lot more. But I can understand players still finding it fun. I mean, for most games, right, the first 300 hours is still fun. Like, back on Darktide, we used to have... It was so much fun for, like, the first 300 hours. Like, it felt like it blew by. But, you know, for those who are just unwinding with this game, totally understand that, Star. Like, for me, because it is work, and, of course, for a lot of other people who are heavily invested in the storyline, it may feel like it's, you know, really, like... something that they need to keep their interest going in. You know, I can understand why they're feeling burned out. So we got to be fair on both sides. And like I said, I understand both sides, you know. Certainly I still enjoy running with y'all, but I'm also looking forward to an update. I might take a break. Like I said, I heavily consider taking a break until next week's update, see if there is an update next week. But at the same time, I realize a good alternative would just be sitting here chatting, talking with everybody, you know, and just having a good day. The band hammer is getting buffed, of course. You know, I always find that some weird guy with the name like Raj or Singh. By the way, I'm half Indian, so like it's kind of like uncool that my own people are coming here to troll. Like, if you want to troll that hard, why don't you go troll one of those tier list creators? Oh, wait. They don't actually stream shit that you enjoy, right? So you come here and try to disrupt my community. Or maybe you're sent by those guys, huh? Those kinds of trolls. How sad. Natch, have I ever done a run where I prioritized to kill as many enemies as possible? We did that the entire major order, dude. Where do you think we got the suggestion of 2k kills per mission? But then again, nobody listened, huh? I actually demonstrated how we can get 2k kills per hour. And I was showing people the entire time, but people weren't really doing it. Okay, good. I'll keep banning you then. Here you go. Another 24 hours. Goodbye. You are kind of a disgrace, dude. So go ahead. However many accounts you create, you will just get banned every single time. It literally takes me less than a second. So da 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 da. FYI, the more you show up, even if you put on ad block, it also increases my revenue. Just, you want to keep doing that? Go ahead. You want to keep making accounts? Go ahead. Yeah, fair enough, Sharky. That's okay. Very true, Yuri. Very true. Oh, listen, I enjoy the game for what it is, but as a creator, I feel like there's nothing for me to hype up, you know? I really want to hype up the game for my people, you know, but I don't have anything to hype them up with. And that, I think, is the saddest thing for me. Like, I really love hyping things up. Psycult? No. I disagree fully. Tier list creators are actual trash. I mean, if you support them, you know, go ahead and support them. Stay away from me. But I will never make tier lists, nor do I think that they're useful, because tier list creators are completely subjective. They don't ever say what the community thinks at all. Most of the time I look at their suggestions, I'm like, none of this is what people are using. Either that, or they took something from my stream and they put it at S tier, but why is it S tier? You know? And even if it's S tier, they didn't define what their selection criteria is. Some things are S tier for bugs, some things are S tier for bots. You can't have an S tier for both bugs and bots. If you did, that'd be super OP. Unless we're saying that the weapon is OP for that, you know? Oh yeah, I can, like I said, I can keep going. No matter how much you change your name. This is a chat stream, dude. I saw some of those. Yuri, Scythe is S tier. I'm thinking to myself, yes. Yes, okay, sure, it's decent against bots, but it does have problems. Like, FYI, you do realize that. Like, the sickle is still top tier. And, like, I feel like they just changed things around just for shits and giggles. But, hey, you know what? That's on them. That's on them. But like I said, tier lists for me have never been a thing. I don't follow tier lists. I like to look at actual information. So for me, the only thing that matters is the actual information getting out there and whether or not it's actually useful. That's why I focus on real results, and I design my loadouts around the real results that we get on stream. Like, after testing for a few streams, I will see what I feel like, you know, like that. Lol, Okita. I mean, hey, I've seen some people suggesting that kind of weird shit. I'm like, okay. Well, Straka, another avenue to earn super samples? Yeah, could be fine, but unfortunately, you know, I think that they cannot do that without taking away a core aspect of the gameplay, meaning that I think rather they should incentivize the higher difficulty levels so players feel like trying that. But ultimately, if you really want super samples, you have to go to difficulty 7 and succeed in it. And the only reason that people play for fun with suboptimal loadouts is because there are so many loadouts that are suboptimal, and people shouldn't be playing them at all. Rather, they should be buffing so that everything is optimal. Everything can be used at the highest difficulty levels at Helldive, which is why devs need to be playing the game more. Palstead himself said so, and I fully agree. The devs should be playing at Helldive difficulty and saying, if I use the Liberator, am I having fun? Am I not having fun? Buff this thing. If I'm playing, for example, Breaker, Spray, and Pray, and I'm not having fun, buff this thing, you know? And Daniel, it's not just the PlayStation stunt. We don't have 200k players because the Sony thing was a big nail in the coffin. The Sony thing is a big nail in the coffin, but I will have to say this, that quite frankly, the number drop would have still been there because it was already trending downward before the Sony thing. The balancing patches were just unfun. And honest to God, it just made the game a lot worse. So, you know, having over 200k players is impossible unless people are always having fun. The devs feared power creep, but guess what? That's how Destiny 2 retains a player base. That's how Warframe retains a player base. Their weapons are always better and better and better, and they feel so good and they feel OP in your hands. You should always be making your weapons feel meaningful, powerful in the hands of the players. You know? Hey, Gabriel, if you enjoy that, go for it. All right? As long as you're not hampering your teams. But if you do hamper teams too much, you will get kicked. I know a couple of people that like to play suboptimal stuff, and when it's not fun to be playing with them, I boot them from the team. I don't care how low the player base is, they will get booted straight away. But quite frankly, you know, at the end of the day, the biggest thing that we need to see in this game is that we need to see players having fun with everything, you know? Yeah, the devs don't seem to play the game. Obvious weak spot is the head. Who knew that the charge's head was the obvious weak spot? The leg did more damage. Like, the people who actually tested it knew that the leg took more damage, and that's why the flamethrower, the most efficient way to use the flamethrower, FYI, to kill a charger, did you know it's to flame the leg rather than to flame the head? Despite the head being the obvious weak spot. By the way, don't forget to like the stream. Also, where's the Raj guy? He's getting slower. I'm still waiting for his next account. No, I don't think there should be a minimum of diff 7. Devs need to play diff 9. If they cannot handle diff 9 on their own game, it'll be like they can't, like Elden Ring's creator not even being good at Elden Ring. You know? And I believe Elden Ring's creator did play Elden Ring. So, well, Elden Ring only really has one difficulty, but you get what I mean. The point is that the devs have to play at the same difficulty at the highest level that they would want players to be able to achieve reasonably. So I would say they have to play at Helldive. And if they cannot play at Helldive, I'd be very disappointed in them. They need to play at Helldive and see what feels good, you know? Exactly, Walter. Equipment gets better. The more that you fight your opponent, the better you get at killing them. In fact, some of the biggest technological advancements in human history have been made during times of war. So times of war should actually push human innovation forward. I can agree to us getting new stratagems every few weeks or so. That's totally fine. If they want to slow the pace of that, that's okay. Anti-tank mines have already been developed, but because of repeated failed MOs that they were locked behind, we never got them. They're already in the game. At this point, just give it to us. It's so silly that we don't have them, you know? A quick loadout change button could be added based on the mission type. Do you think more different gear would be used? Yes, to an extent. Some people would be able to customize their loadouts on the fly. But I think a lot of people would also, like maybe you could have 2 loadouts that you could switch between based on what you plan on seeing during the mission. And if you happen to see more of one thing, you might adjust slightly. So yeah. All rocket scientists need to be astronauts. That is not a fair comparison. The rocket scientists are different from the people because they are 2 physically different jobs. So that comparison fails, unfortunately. But the devs must play their own game. I'm sorry, but they must. They need to be playing on Helldive difficulty because otherwise, especially for weapon balancing dev, how else is he going to get an idea of what weapons are good or bad if he doesn't play on Helldive difficulty? Exactly, we are starting the Second Galactic War, yet we're still going in with the same underpowered stuff. Even if we look at, let's look at an anime like Gundam. They didn't stay in Zaku's the entire time when Earth Federation forces. I keep thinking Super Earth Federation forces. I know that's not right, but when they developed Gundams, they developed the Zaku, the Goof, the Dom, the Rick Dom. A lot of those were developed later on, right? At first they only had Zaku's, but they came up with other stuff, right? So why not? Well, Gozu, the problem with the updates is that they set the expectations for themselves, but never once did they say that they were going to update every week. Initially, when the game first came out, I already said to everybody, like, hey, bro, you can't expect an update every week. And everyone told me I was wrong. They said, no, Arrowhead updates every week. We're going to get one on Tuesday. This was the problem because Arrowhead set that expectation, disappointed everybody, and then bada bing, bada boom.
they got into the situation. It's a hole where they dug themselves into. So what they need to say is that, look, what we're going to do is we're going to update once every 2 weeks. They need to set expectations. And now more than ever, they need to communicate and say, we're going to set expectations. This is our working time frame. Why? Because they need to reset player expectations. Now players will be like, okay, so we got burned, so now we're going to operate on a 2-week basis for updates. But what if they start churning out updates every week again? Then players will have the expectation again. But it may just be like, okay, week 1 patch, next week hot fix for this previous patch to fix any issues. Then another patch. You know, maybe that's the kind of workflow they're going for. I don't know. But they seem to have screwed up somewhere. And that is their problem. They went too hard at the start. They're like Icarus. All right, they had wax wings, they flew too close to the sun, and their wax wings fell off, and now they're plummeting back down to Earth, and they've got no way to slow their momentum until they hit the ground, and then they have to make a new set of wings and start running. That would actually be really good, Caritas. I would like to see something like that. You know, if they had playtest streams once a week. All chemical engineers need to be test subjects. Okay, Terry, I can see that you're just here to be combative, so how's it to have a 24-hour chat ban? Goodbye. If you want to be productive in the next time there's a discussion or chat stream, you can come by and do that, all right? No, we failed the last major order, Wally. Of course we failed. There was no way to complete it. Look at that. We've got 35 minutes and it's at 87%. There is no way we're going to succeed in the major order. You know what, Total Dude? Something in the middle for at least trying would be nice, you know? And Flash, the patches are not war bonds. War bonds should be every 2 months. I also don't want another copy-pasted Liberator. And Michael Azarmi, I think that if he's still remaining in the studio, it's not really that he saw the writing on the wall. Rather, him stepping down as CEO and going hands-on is more of a respectable move, in my opinion. Again, I'm not here to debate the politics of that, but stepping down from CEO to work hands-on on your game, I think that speaks more of passion, in my opinion. So, being a creative officer, I think is good. But hopefully, it works. But Arrowhead, like I said, the Icarus analogy comes from the fact that, you know, they basically had such an explosive success at the start. They weren't sure where to go with that. It was like they could do no wrong, and players were praising them left, right, and center. But I tell you, when everybody's saying your name, everybody's cheering you on, that's the most likely time that you are going to fall. That's the most likely time that you are going to fall. And whether it's intentionally out of reach or not, Deke, I think that that's not right. There should never be a major order that is intentionally out of reach, because that lowers morale. Like I've said before, the most important thing is to succeed at every MO no matter what. Why? Why is that important? Why should that even be the case? Because if you don't, like, the only failures we should have are character or story development reasons. Otherwise, we need to succeed, you know? And, well, the new CEO being from another place came out. We'll see how it goes. If he's known for microtransaction overload, then we will see how that goes here. If they start to overload with microtransactions, they'll lose their player base, because they literally built this entire game on the premise that everything is free, everything is earnable. Very true, AM, very true. So, I know people want to fight a boss, and they do have bosses designed in this game, but it's clear they're not ready for release yet. Like I said, I think they split themselves too far, you know? They split themselves everywhere, here, there. They wanted to do Hive Lords, they wanted to do vehicles, they wanted to do this and that. And the leakers didn't help, because leakers were dropping vehicles in the game, hyping people up for that. They weren't ready. They weren't ready for deployment, and they're still not here. So, the problem that I think we're facing is that expectations were set and not met. This is why I go against leakers. I always say leakers are trash. They are horrible human beings who do nothing but set expectations that cannot be met. We need to let, in that particular regard, in regard to leaks, I say let the devs cook. Let them surprise us when they're ready. Don't try to leak things too early, because not only does it ruin surprises, it sets expectations that may not be met. And that was actually the problem. Every single time they set those vehicle and mech expectations, we were disappointed. And when players get disappointed too many times, regardless of who's responsible for it, they leave. What they should have done was that as soon as somebody did leaks, find that account, ban that person. Because it's obvious they're hacking the game. Why allow them to continue? They took a very lax approach to security. And now they pay the price. They're paying the piper's price. And even if, you know, well, no, they don't give us the medals if we lose. And it's not a tug of war effect. The fact is, tug of war can be created, all right, in very unique ways. Let me hit you with this, Deke. Let me hit you with this, just so you know I'm not bullshitting. Imagine, okay, we take a success, right? Let's say only success. Major orders could be very short MOs, right?
The enemy has launched a
How about we have short
attack
MOs?
against one of our
Next
planets.
one, conquer Vernon Wells.
Will
We
you
succeeded
defend
that.
it?
Okay, conquer Menkent. Okay, we succeeded that. Each time, one day at a time, one day at a time. And to give a short story and purpose. It doesn't take long to write 2 paragraphs, right? I could do that in my sleep and be creative about it. Make sure that whoever's doing the MOs has played D&D before, please. Okay, so we conquer this. We go to Penta. Then, here comes the storyline failure. We have to liberate Merak, but we are only given... We're given a short period of time to do it, an insane automaton regeneration, like maybe 9% per hour. Okay, the fighting on Merak was so fierce, and in fact, it spilled over, and, you know, there's a new base being set up on Short Bay. Like, we could have losses like that redirect our forces, so we have to go here now, then we have to come back here, push back, and then, like, we succeeded the MO. We can succeed but still fail, you get what I mean? Like, we succeeded in liberating, but immediately after, a warp gate appears, and then all of a sudden, these 3 planets are on defenses. There's so many ways you can twist the story when you are the creative director without giving your players forced failures. Your players can succeed but still lose. Do you know how easy it is to do that as a story writer? If I can do it in my sleep, certainly these guys can too. We need a more reactive game master, and we need a game master that understands D&D. We also need them to understand fucking StarCraft. So yeah, there are a lot of ways that you can create that kind of power tug of war feeling without actually causing players to lose. Because there's always a back door for the game master. Filler MOs should definitely be lax, you know, and have it be chill. StarCraft was a masterpiece in terms of how it felt, you know. Like, I love the storyline of StarCraft, and I still play StarCraft 2 occasionally for the storyline. You know, I liked it. I actually liked it. And this is what I think they're missing. The stakes are just not high enough. We talked about Cyberstan for so long, but who even remembers Cyberstan now? Where's the entire... Like, people got bored of the bot orders because they were like 2 days and too hard. Like, we need short orders that are achievable and push to Cyberstan, then maybe a gigantic pushback, then okay, then Terminids in the meantime have been attacking us, so we have to go over there and stop the Terminids for a little bit, you know, push there, and then they come back again on the automaton side, then now we come back. It's like there needs to be tension, but we can have tension while still winning. We can have tension while still winning. We need stakes. We need this war to feel like a war. Not like a classroom where we get punished for not knowing the end of the lesson, or the teacher asks us a question that is way beyond our scale and grade, and we feel like we're getting punished for it. Exactly. They should have given it a few more days before the bots came back. Like, we could have had the entire Terminid storyline during that time, and then the bots come back. It feels like they don't understand good storyboarding. They came back within a day, you know? I don't know, Axome, but like I said, I'm getting the feeling that at first I like Joel, but it feels like Joel doesn't have enough experience with D&D. So seesawing back and forth definitely is a no-brainer, but we need constant wins, and then you can backdoor. Like, the game master can backdoor. Well, whether the bot players are butthurt or not, it doesn't matter. Then we can give bot orders to support them. You see, you need to create tension. The problem is that they fail to create any tension. They failed to create any tension because we pushed a faction off the map, and it felt like all of our effort didn't matter, because within 2 days, Boom, they were back. So you cannot undo player efforts so soon. You know, you need to have a very close pulse on how your players are feeling. This is why if you are somebody with Dungeons and Dragons experience, if you have experience as a dungeon master, you know that you can't just put your players in a boss fight. Oh, but actually killing the necromancer didn't matter because the whole city died. Like, we worked so hard to push the automatons out. It should have taken them some time. What, do they have warp gates? Did they have warp gates where they just appeared from Shakuras and the Dark Templar automatons just took over Cyberstan and so many planets? And then they just stopped? Like, bro, where did they even get the forces? We destroyed all their fabricators. We destroyed everything. We pulled together to fucking win. And then you undo our efforts after a day. That's not fair or fun. No, that's never happened. I mean, some people have said it, but it's usually just people stepping on something or, you know, something exploding in your face. By the way, you do realize that there are prickly trees in some bug planets, and if somebody shoots them with an explosive, they explode into shrapnel, and the shrapnel can one-shot you. So, yeah, your character just blows up. It's usually because of the prickly trees. FYI. So it's not a Joel kill switch. Joel doesn't bother with your individual missions. So, yeah, I feel like they don't, you know, yeah, exactly. It's like a teacher giving out homework after a bad divorce, and you're giving me this filler homework with self-study on the board because it's like, because the teacher is going through a divorce and having a straight-up bad time. Like, bro, we know that the teacher is going through a divorce, but don't make it so obvious by giving us an impossible kill order. Like, that's not fun for anybody. You know, you still got to do your job. Well, Deke, that's what I suggested in the first place. You know, a lot of people said, oh, we need to, like, during the first war, you know, I'm just going to go to the map and show this. During the first war, they said, oh, no, automatons have to obey supply lines. That's why we got to do this planet and that planet. Okay, automatons were about here, all right? Oops, sorry, here. Tibet, right? They said, no, we got to take Maya first because that way they can't hit Vandalon, so we got to liberate Maya first or else they're going to creep up to Cyberstan. I said, they can just come back from the edge of the galaxy, and lo and behold, they did. They came back from the edge of the galaxy because this is just our galaxy, right? They can always come from beyond the galaxy, like I said. But again, the point is, why did they undo our efforts so quickly? Did they have warp gates? I want to ask, I genuinely want to ask the question. Were the automatons some kind of advanced race that had warp gates? Because they left from the edge of the galaxy, they snuck over in stealth ships, then they had, what, warp gates to teleport them all the way to Cyberstan? Like, it's ridiculous. Exactly, Toto, dude. It feels exactly like that. Adventurous, you killed the dragon, I'm so grateful, but unfortunately, a lightning strike just burned down the village when you were away, and so everybody died. I know you saved them by, you know, taking out the necromancer, and we're really, by killing the dragon, and we're really grateful for that, but you're not getting a reward because, well, Farnham over there, he's dead, so he can't give you a reward. He's a charred corpse. I was picking through it this morning. I was picking through his cellar as well. You know, it's got a lot of great wine in there. You interested in having a drink with me? Like, that's literally how it feels. Okay? I'm like, And Savvy Gamer, if you've been playing Helldivers 1, I fear for your soul, but you know what? Let me bless you, my son. This is a 2D map, true. But it's still a map of our galaxy. So everything on the edge, from the edge of the galaxy. It does feel like somehow Palpatine returned. Very true, Miklos, very true. Your players need to be focused. They need to have stakes in the game. Right now, it just feels like we're getting abused for no reason, you know? Actually, Mr. Putz, the story was not that at all. There were stealth cruisers in the sky, which they showed, and that was really cool lore. And I saw the stealth cruisers, and I said, "Are these Illuminate?" No, they were automaton stealth cruisers. So they could have literally put that into their story. You saw those secret stealth cruisers in the sky. My God, they were automaton stealth cruisers all along. They went past all these planets to create a new force on Cyberstan, but not so soon. You know, not so soon. And of course we lost another MO, Gareth. Come on. Come on. Look at this. That's not the question. The topic today is chilling and talking. Nobody cares about the MOs anymore. We're bored. The MOs don't mean anything anymore. The MOs are dog shit because they're made by a person that does not understand D&D. They do not understand the flow of combat. Why are we being forced to lose? I've said it before. I've said it 100,000 times before. What we need is somebody who understands how to write a story and how to campaign D&D. You can still give your players nothing but wins and then create losses for storyline purposes. They've got stealth ships, right? Think about it this way. Okay, let's use what we have in game right now. They already have the assets for stealth ships, right? So, how can you create a scenario where we only win, but the enemy still pushes us back to feel like we're in a real war? Okay, like I said earlier, we take Vernon Wells, we take Menkent. Maybe the next order is Liberate Lasoth, we get to Penta, we stop at Penta, and then the next big order is Mirak and Murga, but they have super fierce resistance on both planets. So after 2 days of fighting, we finally lose. Okay, all of a sudden, Stealth Fleet hits Yed Prior, and then also Lasoth at the same time. So then we have to struggle back with the defense, and then we have to mount a new offensive from Yed Prior to get to Murga. We take Murga, we take Mirak, but then all of a sudden, they hit our planets in the backline. Like, the automatons could be like an Eldar type faction that uses their stealth ships heavily. They have these assets in game, you know, and when players will start to be aware of stealth ships. They see stealth ships, they're like, okay, something's going to happen. And this way, we have a constant flow of winning MOs, but we're still under tension. We're still under strain, and we're like, okay, where's the next stealth attack going to come from? How do we divert our forces? You know, you can split your base, you can do this, but make the orders achievable. You can literally create a war with only wins, and one that players will still lose if the DM wants them to. But the losses must be storyline purposes. The attacks can come from anywhere. Give us real stakes. But there's no real stakes, you know? And yes, they do need to calm down on the MOs. But at the end of the day, these losses were, you know, something that they designed. So, yeah. It has broken the immersion for a long time. And of course I should be the dungeon master. I've been a dungeon master for hundreds of campaigns across hundreds of worlds. I've done it all my life. It's easy. But that's the problem. You need to hire somebody who has done that. If you want to have something so nerdy like a galactic war, you have to hire somebody who's ready to write out a galactic war and understand the push and pull. There could be new missions coming out of that just like that, Total Dude. Assemble anti-starship arrays. Absolutely. I don't think the current one was intended as a loss, but it turned out that way simply because, look, 2,000 kills per hour can only be achieved on Terminids, yet the bot divers were still bot diving. The max you can get on bots is 1,000 per hour, half the rate of the Terminids. It's not easy. Okay, anyway, we're going to end the previous poll. The previous poll, we talked about the major order with a cosmetic shop, and 83% of people actually said they would like that, whereas 16% said they would not like that. So I think it's something I'll push ahead with in my video and talk about it. So yeah. Oh, listen, Savvy Gamer, I've said it in other situations as well. You know, the people who say the game is fine, you know, and those that don't like the buffs, ignore them, because if they want to leave, they're gonna be a small percentage of the population compared to the casuals that don't like feeling underpowered. And more importantly, those people are slaves to the game already. They're toxic because they want to sweat in the game. They want to bleed sweat, right? So they will never stop playing the game anyway. So who cares about them? Well, most of the patches were fixes, not really actual patches. So the actual patches were roughly once per week. And even then, a lot of time it was fixes. So it shouldn't feel bad. I think that's just over. Like, I'm not saying you're entitled, but it is over entitlement of the player base. Granted, it's a hole that Arrowhead dug for themselves, but it's still over entitlement. I've always said this, Savvy Gamer. Profit is earned by catering to the casual player base. When you cater to your biggest spenders, that's when you make the money. That's why the player base was already declining, Okita. You know, I pulled up Steam charts the other day, and I just had a look. If you look at the 3-month trend, after the railgun nerf in March, the player base dropped by roughly 100,000 up until the arc thrower nerf. You know, and when the arc thrower nerf came, right after the railgun nerf, oh man, it set a big downward trend. And then Democratic Detonation came out. Everybody came back. 300,000 concurrent players again. And then what happened? Immediate drop, because during that time, arc thrower nerf. Then eruptor nerf. And then it declined and declined and declined. Players came back the first time round, but they kept burning the players again and again and again and again. They're sawing off their own feet here. I don't understand the mentality. Players will buy each war bond and will spend real dollars to get each war bond. You see, they listen to a very small player base of basement dwellers who can't even afford ramen noodles probably without begging their moms. They listen to these guys playing the game 12 hours a day who said, if your new war bond is OP weapons, that's pay to win, man. That's not cool. I was thinking to myself, who the fuck cares? Because you want to make profit? If I was in charge of this whole game, what I would have said is, the new war bond, when it releases, I want every weapon so overpowered that everybody buys this war bond. I don't care if people say pay to win. Because guess what? They're going to say that, and then they're going to open up their wallet, they're going to take out a $10 bill, they're going to pay for that war bond, and they're going to buy it. The people who are already playing our game, they're going to already have the super credits ready, and here's what's going to happen. Everybody's going to be playing these new overpowered guns. We have time to fix the guns that are not so good, buff them up, and bring the overpowered ones down after 2 weeks. And then you've got a new set of guns to play with. And then guess what? Next war bond, do it again. This is scummy. But do you know it works? Do you know it works? And it will keep players playing. And then and do you know what will happen? The players who have the time will keep playing anyway because they'll farm the super credits for the next warbond because they know the next warbond's going to have some pretty OP weapons and we're going to have some fun for 2 weeks and then things are going to get balanced and we're going to have a new set of fun and then we keep going and going and going in a never-ending cycle. Oh no, is this power creep? Oh wait, that's what made fucking Destiny successful. Oh wait, that's what made Warframe successful. Yeah, I know, Daniel. It's the Hello Neighbors 2 guy. He needs to be fired ASAP, but, you know. Very true, Total Dude. And either way, like I said, you have to give people a reason to play it. You have to give people reason to spend. Exactly. People have always said that, Gareth. It's a PvE game. It doesn't matter if we're experiencing a power fantasy. People like that. When you are a performer, you do what the crowd likes. Otherwise, they're not going to pay for your shows, right? Take note that this is a chatting stream and I haven't done a single match all night. Now, granted, this isn't very fun for my members, but I'm also kind of burned out, so I'm taking a break tonight. But have you noticed how we've got the highest viewership so far, despite the player numbers dropping even further than yesterday? No problem, A-Star. I'm always passionate. Like, this is the reality. This is the reality. Oh, Roland, I would say fire the guy. If he's not useful to the team, I would fire straight away. I'm the type of person that kicks a person straight away if they're not useful to me. People might say, bro, that's cold. What about the personal relationships you built and all that shit? I'm like, my personal relationships are with my friends in the Discord, enjoying my time with them when we relax and do stuff, or we just have a good day, or we just chill, hang out, and have a good time. That's my personal relationship with them. But when it comes to business, there's no room for personal relationships in business. I don't care how much you've contributed to the company. If you're no longer an asset, then guess what? On the balance sheet, you're a liability. Could you turn around? Maybe. But that's when it comes to the boss to know their team. Does the boss really know the team well enough to say, dude, you're out of line, get the hell out of here? Because I will scold my own people without hesitation if I feel like they're stepping out of line. I'm the boss, you do what I say, and this is my vision. And right now, it's profit that needs to be taken care of. Not your, I hate buff balancing, things like that. I feel like sometimes people in business, they're too wary of other people's feelings. I don't care about your feelings. The only thing that I care about, do you care about your salary? I care about my salary, all right? So let's both care about salary, and we just do what makes profit. Doesn't matter if it's shitty. Doesn't matter if it's scummy. Money. That's all that matters. Business is business. Why do you think I'm a robot? I am a cold, unfeeling robot. Because guess what? That's what you need to do to succeed in business. So yeah, he might be a good coding monkey, Oron. But in that case, keep him as a coding monkey. You want to be in charge of business decisions? You bring me profit. I save we're like a family for my Discord. I am a family. I'm a family with my people, my crew. But when it comes to business, you don't fuck with my business. You fuck with my business, you get the boot straight away. And you're not going to get involved in my business. You know? Cycle. Honest to God, yes, let the bugs mutate. Create fresh and interesting ideas. You know? There's always ways to do that. But every cog in the machine needs to be working smoothly, you know? I feel that Joel's role as game master, he needs to focus on that. He needs to seriously have a laser focus on being a game master and working that D&D campaign. Win after win after win, but you know, create interesting new stealth attacks or things like that that happen in random areas, you know, whole new plot points. All of this can work. Oh yeah, Yuri. Those CMs are overdone for sure. Lol, savvy gamer. I think that'll be more automatons. Automaton spies. Imagine if they had like skin and stuff. They run up to you and say, "Please help me." And then after that, when they get close, they start shooting at you. Yeah. No, he's not a full-time GM. I'm pretty sure he's also a coder. The team is relatively small, Gareth. And small teams often have problems like that. Smaller teams often have problems because, you know, there's nothing much you can do. Unless they want to hire, then later lay off. But it's tough. So yeah, I think he should be a full-time coder. I think he should be somebody whose like laser focus is on this entire war. Dude, neutral life forms would be so cool. I would be okay with that. I love how the Super Private has the Monster Energy as their logo. Okay, Kyle. Here's a thumb for you. But yeah, some neutral life forms would be pretty cool on some planets. But they'd have to have an asset model for that. It might be tough to include it too early into the game. It's kind of weird, right? A lot of the planets feel so lifeless. It would be kind of sick if like jungle planets had their own native life forms. And supply lines in-game, I mean, somebody had a mock-up of how it could work. If somebody can code a mock-up of that, surely they can implement it fast. I don't know. Like I said, it feels like the team is being pulled everywhere all at once. They need to start focusing up, one thing at a time. First, sort out weapon balancing, then start adding new content ASAP. They have to get their workflow right. Whether good, bad, ugly, or not, they need to get their workflow right. And right now, they're not. You know, stim upgrades might be actually be pretty cool. I wouldn't be against that. Dark Tide has different stims. Oh, Lord. But yes, some different stim effects might be pretty cool, like something you can add to your stim to spice it up. Aglet, the player base is like literally 1/4 of what it was 1 month ago. We lost 70% of our player base in a month. Of course, we're going to fail major orders. That, and they don't know how to estimate these major orders. A bunch of Viceroids, Evisceroids, yeah, neutral creeps would be fun. Catacan, Helldive, lol, Lord J. Dude, I do not want to see a Catacan devil on these planets. I will die. How's it going today? It's going alright, you know, just chatting, chilling, having fun. A stim that gives you 0 recoil. The Arnold stim. Some ambient sounds to the planets would be nice. Basically, they need to make the planets feel more alive. I'd be okay with that. But listen, they should also give helmets effects. Like, bro, if my helmet has a fucking scouter, shouldn't I be able to see through enemies? Shouldn't I be able to have better vision? Deadlier vision when ADSing? Let me see my enemies. Give me thermal vision, you know? If I choose a helmet, it should come with the right effects. Low gravity planets would be cool as well. Planet gravity would be pretty nice, except that, you know, I'm pretty sure Phil would get yeeted off the planet. I mean, they could just give us wall hacks, exactly. Outline the enemies or just straight up give us wall hacks. We could all become Widowmaker. Widowmaker is here. What should you grind for in the game? You're level 28. Grind for whatever you want, buddy. You're still young. Until you get 300 hours, just grind anything. Yeah, wildlife that is aggressive toward everything would be awesome. Like, dude, I want to see a Rancor take out an entire base. That'd be cool. And if we hold them, Oron, there needs to be a benefit. If we hold certain planets should have different benefits that buff us up. Like, that makes sense. They can do that. It feels like I said, they flew too close to the sun. They were doing so well at first. They were doing well. And then they burned off their wax wings and now they've crashed down to Earth. And they're just like trying their best to survive. But now, they need to start running again. They've fallen, broken both their legs. They've just stabbed the stim into their neck. Alright, let's hope that this new direction they're going in will actually heal them. Then they can start by walking. Then they have to run. Alright, people won't wait for their walk forever. They'll forgive the first walk. They won't forgive the second. So, walk. Then run. Then charge, then fly again. And this time, they know where the sun is. So hopefully, they will stay below the clouds. So their wax wings don't fucking burn off. Yep. Give us buffs, make it obvious, and also buff our damn weapons. Like so many good suggestions came out early in the stream. Like, one of the things that I liked the best was like, what about experimental guns for the MO? It's a free way of testing them. You can have your whole community test the weapons and see whether or not they like them. Like, give us a super buff defender, give us a super buff liberator. Let us try out new experimental weapons for participating in the MO on the MO planets. And then after that, when it ends, do a patch that gives us the actual weapon if we succeed. Or if it was not like, give it to us with tweaks. Easy. Well, Van Dizer, Alexis was not an automaton spy. Let's call a spade a spade. It was their failure hiring the guy. Dude hates buffing things. SES of balance my ass. If I could fight him one-on-one in a ring, I would. And I'd probably win too. Enjoy your pizza coupon. I wish I had pizza coupons. You need to buy me pizza. And look, planets further away from Super Earth should have a tougher difficulty. That you can put real stakes in the global war. Maybe put some supply outposts, and like once you lose a key supply outpost, you don't get as many supplies on distant planets. You know, because your supply lines get fucked. Like you can create so many interesting systems within what they have. So yes, buffs for holding planets and sectors totally work. You know, when that sector is under attack, you got to defend that sector or else you lose your buff. Come on. All of this works. And look, guess who's coming up with this? Gamers. Just Joe average gamer can see this. You telling me the devs are that blind? Maybe if they tuned in for 5 fucking minutes to like a stream like this, maybe they'd learn something. Instead of tuning into tier list stream like, this thing is F tier. Then, oh my god, dude, I'm the FES of balance, and I totally agree. This gun is F tier. You know what we should do? We should nerf this gun. Oh my god, FES of balance, I totally agree. I'm gonna make a new tier list when you nerf this gun. This is how I figure their conversations going with those tier list content creators. Like, for real, what the hell is the point? The discussions that we should be having are the ones that we're having today. You know, we should be talking about what we hope, you know, what we like, because how else do you learn? You cannot learn if you do not speak to your people. That's why tonight I made a decision. I made a decision tonight. I was actually not going to stream. I was just going to say, fuck it, I'll stream Diablo 4 instead. I don't care if none of you are going to watch me, because I know, look, let's be real. 95% of you are not going to watch me if I stream Diablo 4 tomorrow. But I was going to do it anyway because I said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired of this. I hate leading a charge every single time to be forced into a loss like this. I hate figuring things out to be given a loss after 5 days of trench fighting. It's not fair. It's boring. It turns people away. This is not fun. It's not fun for me, and it's not fun for my people. But you see, that's the problem, Miklas. You wouldn't watch D4, it ain't your cup of liberty. But are you supporting me or are you supporting the game? That's the thing. A lot of people won't support if it's not the game that they're invested in. And that means that you don't care about the streamer. I'm not like trying to shame anybody here. I'm just going to say it straight. Most of the time, you guys don't care for the streamer. You care for the game. And you care for the content related to that game. And that's okay. You know, it's your choice what you spend your time on. I would never make any bones about that, because at the end of the day, it's my job to hold an audience. I will have a core group of people that'll come no matter what I'm playing. Like Mo, thank you. He always shows up when he has time. But I also understand that many people will not do that. But I made a decision tonight to do a chatting stream instead, because I said, I want to know the people. I want to know the people sitting and lurking at my streams. I want to hear what they have to say, because, you know, they're more likely to tell us a story. And Eddie, if I was Joel all along, I'd be making a lot more money instead of struggling for rent money every single fucking day. Fire Wizard, enjoy. I'm thinking of making a barbarian. I'm going to start with an upheaval barbarian and start my content around there, but I'll see. You know, I'm hoping some people watch my D4 content, but we'll see how the numbers turn out for the first Ascendant. Tomorrow morning, I'm definitely going to be playing with the boys again. And, of course, Star, if they're around. But we'll see. We'll see how the evening goes tomorrow. I might do some D4 tomorrow evening. I don't know. Maybe I'll run another chatting stream. I'll see. I'll see how things go. Like, I'm always willing to adapt and shift my tastes based on what I need to do, you know? And listen, Mouse, that's good. I'm glad you like your contribution being direct. But hey, it is what it is. Well, I'll probably have videos out first, Richard, so you can tune into those. I'm not going to be making my own builds this season. I'm going to be trying out builds from other people instead, and I'll build on that. But a lot of people are trying out Diablo 4 this season. I myself am looking forward to trying it out. There's a lot of things that we can do there. But at the same time, like I said, I thought about it, and I decided, you know what? I want to have a chatting session today because I think it's important that we enjoy the chatting session, that we have fun, you know? I could become a legit game journalist, but I have no interest in becoming a game journalist. That's the only problem. I only have interest in games that I have interest in. If I was a game journalist, I'd have to play some games that I'm not interested in, and I wouldn't really make money from that, you know. But that being said, through the Lurkit website, do you know that some games can actually hire me to review stuff? Like, I just finished my review for RoboBeat. They've paid up. They're nice people. I like Quali. They seem pretty on the ball with stuff, so I've delivered that. Yes, Arcane, #1 fan. The grind is actually the best part, Okita. It's actually quite short. So my first video will be me showing what you can achieve in about 1 hour of Diablo 4. That's probably my video for tomorrow. I'm thinking about it. I might record some footage for it tonight, but I'll see. I haven't really decided anything yet. But for now, definitely wanted to just have the chatting session. I'll make my plans for Diablo 4 as we go. Like last night, I actually played Dark Tide with Arcane for like an hour, and we've got the footage for that. But I'm not sure when I'll upload that. I just haven't, felt the need just yet. New post-demo message? Sure, let's take a look and read it together. Why not? But yeah, Season 4 is good, Yeah, it's true, Miklos. Fair is fair. Like I said, I always hope to get that core community that will watch me no matter what game I stream. But I also understand that most people aren't like that.
But we cannot give up. It is in the darkest night that the torch of liberty shines brightest.
Thank you, Democracy Officer, but your message is falling on deaf ears. Where's the message? I don't see no message. The message just went away. It didn't even open. Lol. My builds were the best, but to make a build, you have to be quite invested. So I'll quit the game first and restart it, and might give me the message properly this time. Lol, yeah, right? The message from Super Earth is broken, like, bruh, we lost an ammo and you're gonna give me a broken message? That's just sad. Well, Elden Ring is a completely different game genre to Helldivers, so I don't foresee... Like, I've actually answered this query before, Jeremy, but basically, games coming out don't cause dips in numbers in other games. Most of the times that there are dips in game numbers, it's because the game itself dug a hole. In this case, the nerfs made the game unfun, so players were just getting bored and leaving, and now they're just leaving en masse. I might stream Diablo 4 tomorrow. I haven't decided yet, Daniel. I may. It's a maybe. Like I said, I might just do a video first. I haven't decided. In the morning, I'm definitely doing Helldivers because I want to play with the boys. Got to play with Arcane, #1 fan, right? So I'll probably play Helldivers in the morning, but the evening stream, I'm not sure
Ready for
yet.
another mission, Helldiver?
Let me see.
The enemy has launched a surprise attack on one of our planets. It needs our aid.
Dude, I don't know where the message is, man. It didn't come back. I guess I'll just have to wait. Yeah, I know a lot of people have been waiting to come back, so I'm definitely going to be trying it out. But yeah, the ammo failed, and yeah. Well, Daniel Bob, if you're here because you were watching another streamer and the message glitched out for them, like, that's kind of really uncool. Like, if you really want to watch another streamer and you want to name them by names, okay, please go watch them. Do not watch me. All right? Thank you very much, but that is a very uncool thing to do. So I'm going to have to time you out, buddy. All right? Don't ever do that again. If you want to watch another streamer, watch another streamer. Don't come to my stream saying, I was watching this guy, this glitched out, so, I came here. I was like, why am I your second choice? That's not cool, dude. It's considered extremely disrespectful. If you want to watch another streamer, go watch them. You go watch them. Okay? I'll be here with my community and my crowd, so just don't do that. Yeah? In the Discord Galactic War Map? I don't want to see it in the Discord Galactic War Map. I want to see it in-game. Like, why is it glitching out in-game? That is terrible and sucky. It means that their system isn't working. There we go. Now, we do have a dispatch, though. Huge quantities of Terminids and automatons have been righteously terminated by the valiant Helldivers, but not in high enough quantities to further inspire the already unquestionably patriotic citizens of Super Earth. They will continue to support the war effort with unquestionable unity and grim determination, yearning for a more hopeful future. I don't think we're yearning for shit right
Your
now.
fellow Helldivers rage against the
Damn.
enemies of tyranny. Do it now.
Nerfs should not be common at all. Nerfs should never be common in a PvE game. It's what, in fact, like a lot of things being nerfed in Diablo 4 in Season 1 killed the game so badly going from Season 0 to Season 1 because the time it took to get to level 100 was insane. And that's why people stopped. So it is pretty bad, yeah. I know, right, Okita? High command can't even send out a message. Like, damn, bro. But the dispatch, like, the dispatch is a piece of shit. You know, but look, Diablo 4 took like a year to come back, but now finally Season 4 is back. You know, it might be nice on the menu. They didn't get their pie for sure. And Mouse, I think that there is a bit of a disconnect, but at the same time, when you balance a game, a PvE game, unfortunately, you have to start at the top. You have to start at the top. And starting at the top means that, and it doesn't matter what the Sweat Lords say, oh, Helldive is too easy. Let the Sweat Lords say that. The key thing is, can the average player eventually reach Helldive with the weapons you've given them? The only factor should be skill. If they're not skillful enough, they can go on easier difficulties. If they are skillful enough with the weapons you give them, then they should be having fun on Helldive. Reasonable degrees of fun. They shouldn't feel like the game is a cakewalk, but every weapon should be viable and fun. Not, I have to use the Liberator to strictly hit these weak spots in order to kill anything. No, no. Even the Liberator should be able to gun through the bots. Just that you have to manage your ammo, manage who you can kill to some extent, but the majority of enemies should be slayable with any primary. Some having less, some having more, but with other weaknesses and strengths to compensate. That's how you do balancing. And that's why the devs must play at Helldive difficulty. I know, right? The dispatch is such a big FU to the community. It's like, you tried. Here's a participation trophy. Here's a thumb. You know? Exactly. Nobody actually enjoys that, Mouse, because the majority of players are casual players. You know? Two different dev teams working on the seasons. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about the inner workings, but meh. As long as they keep the direction they're going in, it's fine. Yep. That's what I say, Vandizer. I think that the average player needs to find Helldive a challenge, but a reasonable challenge that they can tackle. Not something that feels completely out of reach unless they use Sweatlord XXY loadout 3 billion, you know, with perfect killing power. Like, you know. Exactly. It just needs to feel fun. It should be challenging but fun. Like, I should be able to take any weapon, go in, and with my skills, defeat the detector towers. I'm not saying a primary weapon can take out a detector tower. No, I'm still going to have to use a hell bomb there. But I should stand a reasonable chance against the hordes of bots. You know? Yeah, exactly, Mouse. Like, I feel that right now they've released the game in this state. Then they can build on difficulties after that. But everything should be Helldive accessible. And what's the point of having so many weapons? But the problem is that when you have a selection of weapons in a PvE game, all weapons must be viable. Challenge must be upped in different ways. All weapons must be viable in loadouts at the highest difficulty level. Not this weapon is only viable difficulty 1 to 6. This weapon is viable for everything. Like, it shouldn't work that way. Ideally, balancing in terms of power should be across the board, you know? It should be across the board. So that anybody wants to pick up a Liberator, they can go to Helldive with a Liberator. Now, they might have to rejig some other parts of their loadout to compensate, but if they want to take a Liberator in, they should be reasonably able to kill most enemies with a Liberator, including the Scout Strider. I'm not sorry. They should be able to fire at the Scout Strider's legs and see full damage. And kill them. New major order, huh? Okay. We have acquired imagery of a massive new automaton factory nearing completion on the planet Virilia 5. This factory, if liberated, could be retrofitted to allow the construction of a dual autocannon. Finally, they're giving us the dual autocannon exosuit. Okay, the Helldivers are ordered to liberate Virilia 5. Consult the galactic map on the Super Destroyer for a complete briefing. What's the order? Virilia 5, huh? 4 days to liberate Virilia 5. The Quasar Cannon's not decent for automatons. It's quite trash. That's why nobody likes it anymore. Liberate Verilia 5. Where's Verilia? Oh, it's just here. Okay. Cool. We can do it. Well, listen, the Emancipator better be fucking good, so... Emancipator when? Emancipator now.
Reminder, all personnel must submit weekly urine sample by 0400.
The Galactic War waits for no one.
Where's my
Are you
briefing?
ready, Helldiver?
I don't see no complete briefing. Where's my briefing at? I hope this new exosuit isn't made of cardboard, but hey, it's content, right? Okay. Ladies and gents, strike team assemble. Who's coming with me? Yeah, finally something new, right? Let's go liberate Verilia 5. I want this new mech and I want to try it out now. Alright, we're gonna hit difficulty 7 fast. Arcane, may I call and summon you? Summoning Arcane. Well, it's locked behind a major order, but all we have to do, it's not hold the planet, it's liberate the planet. We've got 4 fucking days to do it. We'll do this by tomorrow. It's easy. Alright, Arcane, Traku, get in here. Let's go. We need one more for full squad, so we can all be laser lords. Spam level 1 tactic viable? Absolutely, but we're not gonna do that. We're actually gonna play the game, because if I spam level 1s for this, I'm going to fucking go out of my mind, so I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to play the game with my friends. Okay, one more spot. Who am I summoning? Jared, how's the ammo doing? We failed the last one, we got a new one. Attack Verilia, we get a new exosuit. So, let's go. You wanna dive today, Reptile Man? Okay. You're the 4th man, let's go. Get in my squad. Understandable, Yuri. Don't worry, we'll get you the exosuit by tomorrow, and you can try out the exosuit. At least it's finally something freaking new, right? Okay. Alright, you people ready? Let's go. Wezen is under attack. Who the hell cares about Wezen? Wezen. Jesus. Where the hell is Wezen? Nah, nobody gives a shit about Wezen. Freaking Wezen. No. The only thing that people care about is this. We're gonna liberate this and Wezen can go F itself. Vernon Wells? Nah, screw Vernon Wells. They don't need no Vernon Wells. I mean, I'm sure they'll complete the people on Vernon Wells. I'm sure they'll complete it first. But I'm going straight to Verilia 5. Now screw that. I ain't going to Vernon Wells. Let's go to Rainstorm Planet.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Okay, understood, Miklas. If you're coming in for a rotation, I can rotate out Reptile Man for you later. Sure. But first, I will invite the reptile. Actually, it depends on how much time I have today. Yeah, I may not have time for rotations today, but I'll see. If I don't, then I'll definitely spot you on a different day. But for now, everybody in? Okay, let's go. Time to eat gigantic automaton booty. Okay.
We must hold this ground at all
I see the squad is
costs.
ready. All right, people, you know what to do. We're going to go in and we're going to fast liberate. So how are we going to fast liberate? We're going to take the fastest missions possible.
Initiating
First is command
STL
bunker. Let's
jump
go,
to
go,
the
go.
Verilia
It's your
system.
birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Monkey. Now then, how dare you guys even talk about birthdays? There are no birthdays. There are only diving days. And we are going to dive and clear this planet. Let's
STL
go.
jump Successful.
500 kilogram bomb. I like that, Miklas.
Mission coordinates.
Don't worry.
locked.
I will get you on another day. Change stream title? Hell no. It's still a chat break. I'm still going to talk to y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all and yell orders down the mic. Oops, sorry. Wrong drop. There we go. Directly on it. Ain't no time for being nerds. Actually, you know what? Muscle enhancement. We're going to go fast. We're going to go hard. We're going to go Bard. I'm actually going to bother with the proper loadout. Ain't no time to be the laser lord. I'm gonna be the Taser Lord instead. You know what? I'm gonna bring my Jar 5. I'm gonna dominate. Okay, my lovely humming beans, get me that stamina and we shall dive, dive, dive. I hope the exosuit actually kills things because I'm gonna be very sad if it doesn't. They need to give me a stratagem that's actually gonna work and last the entire map with unlimited ammunition. If you don't have unlimited ammunition, I'm gonna slap the shit out of that. And what happened to the anti-tank mines? Do we get that too? Like, damn it. They need to hurry up and give us anti-tank mines immediately. Now, what's the catch? This MO is too easy. Unless Joel himself was listening to my stream. Nope, Helldivers.io is updated. Automaton regenerations 1% per hour. We should have this. Alright, let's go, people. Time to drop, time to stop, time to flop. Well, I know they're a troll stratagem, but come on, we still need the anti-tank mines at some point, right? Right? Yep.
I don't need to use it. I just need it on my shelf, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I want it. I don't care if we use it, I just want it. Yeah, let them choke on their territorial ambitions. I'm gonna show them how to choke on my... Never mind. Sending a laser. Bye. Have a great day. No. No! I got yeeted. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. I'm still... Oh, dear. Oh, my damn. That laser. That laser just killed 29 automatons. Damn, damn, damn. Alright, I'm gonna go to a safe place. Calling down a Sparkane. Sparky Sparky Boom Man summoned.
I was part of those kills.
I know. And that's okay. It was a necessary cause. Oh!
La!
Did you have to run in front of me, buddy? Brother bear.
Turned the corner and you were there.
Brother bear. I was trying to snipe somebody. Somebody that I used to know. Now Arcane just got himself blown up. He just got killed by my gigantic autocannon. I didn't mean to cut you off. Hey, killer. Listen, your stick drift. Better not interfere with the mission, alright?
It's not.
Go.
I ran into a mine.
Okay, don't lie to me, boy. Now, no deaths. If you die even a single time, I will annihilate you. Any new armor in the superstore? I'll try and check for you after this mission. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Planetary boosters? I don't even know that they exist because they don't show them in-game. They should. Alright, let's go, let's go, let's go. There's a drone fabricator dead ahead. So you know what to do. One down. Two down, three bomb, go. Hell bomb on the fabricator now. Alright, we're almost here. Clear the mines. Don't let Arcane step on them. Alright, I'm covering while you hellbomb. Go ahead, Trek. You can go annihilate if you wish. Yeah, planetary booster that we literally cannot see, hence the problem. Hence the pre-blame. Okay, hellbomb armed. Wait, who sent in an eagle?
Oh
Dude,
wait,
if
did
that,
I destroy it?
if you destroyed the hellbomb killer, bro.
Oh,
Dude. Are
I'm
you?
disappointed in myself.
Yeah, okay, from now on you follow me and you don't do a single damn thing that I don't order you to do. Sorry, Arcane. Please set it up again and prepare accordingly.
Yep.
Next time you throw a stratagem without permission, you get shot in the face like this. Got it?
Got it.
Trash. Alright, I'm summoning you again. Don't make the same mistake twice. And this, ladies and gents, is how I run my team. You better be perfect on everything or else. I can't believe only a third-party website actually shows like how boosters work. Like that's so sad, bro. You got another drone? What the hell? Taking cover first. Why is there another drone in the sky?
It destroyed the hell bomb.
Damn.
I need someone to take care of that.
Okay, taking care of it. Killer, go take care of that command bunker. Make yourself useful. I'll cover Arcane. I am mean because it's what I do. Failure is unacceptable in any way, shape, or form.
Laser
Good.
drop on it.
Good. Blazer should take care of it.
And it got redirected, but yeah.
Damn, I didn't know he could get redirected off the base. That's pretty wild. Okay, as soon as me and Arcane are done with that, yep, understood. I'll keep an eye on skies. As soon as it's done, you know, we can move on. Okay, it should be clear, and there we are. Good. I'm gonna approach that command base from the west.
Got 2 more ships.
What? It's managed to spawn?
They managed to come out before it got destroyed.
Are we sure if it's from there and not from another?
Yeah, no, I watched them come out.
Okay. Okay, they're down. Ugh. That's an annoyance. There are supplies here, but I had to destroy it by, or rather it got destroyed. That base still up? Alright, setting in 500s. Alright. There we go. Alright, that's clear. We're going across to the other side. We're going to take that out and we're going to leave.
Where was the supplies?
The supplies are there. Yep. On the ground. Supplies. They are scattered, unfortunately. There's a random tank just sitting here.
Requesting air support.
Bro, I'm always lit. Well, I mean, they have aimbot that is OP because, I mean, I'm assuming they've got scanning systems that can scan through the rocks and shit. Like, I mean, we're flesh and blood, but they're machines, so, yeah. Anyway, at least this ammo is attainable, so it's good. Track still being a laser lord, I like that. There's a detector tower in the distance. It's that.
Yeah, just getting my AC at a little vacation, you know? It deserves it.
Understandable. Alright, we'll take out the detector tower first. You love the airburst? Use the airburst then, nobody will stop you. Sparky Boom Man over there airbursts all the time.
King's got it right now.
Yep.
But the autocannon is my champion. When I need shit done, that's who I call. I hope the exosuit is good, because if this exosuit isn't the most overpowered piece of shit I've ever seen, with like 600 bajillion autocannon shots the entire way, do you know how much rage is going to happen? And do you know that rage is very bad for people? Rage is unhealthy. I do not like rage. Oh. I will avenge you, battle brother. Now you see this kind of shit where it's just not a mindless order. And we have something to work toward, and something we're actually gonna earn. I dig that.
Dropping a pin. East, 200 meters.
Oh no, track. The laser decided to
Troll
laser
tank
you.
on me.
Oh. Where's the tank?
It's dead. It is lasered. I think we need a resupply for all of
Throwing
us.
supply beacon.
Right here. After we resupply, let's go hit that command bunker. Let's hope this shit brings back some Helldivers, cause ooh, rod ashes. Let's go. Time we finally actually got something worth it, huh? Airburst is a team kill weapon? Not necessarily. If the airburster knows what they're doing, it will not team the kill. It will not team the kill. Kill the team.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
I see it. I'm just gonna annihilate it in case.
Reloading.
Ah, no wonder I am not wearing recoil armor. That makes a lot of sense. That's okay. I don't need recoil. I am the White Wolf. They call me the Vibe Wolf.
Extra handicap.
Yep. The new exosuit's reticle is misaligned like the originals. No. No. It will never be misaligned. And if they make it misaligned, then you know what's going to happen? See this hand? This hand will be granted. They'll be granted the hand of the gods.
Sending in an eagle.
Dude,
I
really
see
bounce
it.
off?
Sending in an eagle.
Well, yes, but
Requesting orbital strike.
Firing orbital strike.
One more.
yep. Trying to inch a little closer. Hooah! V-Ray, nice. Good job, Famalam. We did it. Woo!
Dropping a pin. Southwest.
All right, let's get out of here. We gotta liberate. No time for kills. Oh, I miss this feeling. I like clearing fast and going. This is what we like, lads. Hmm, 13 minutes. Bit slower than our fastest active time, but we're getting back in the groove. Maybe it's time to play light armor. Go even faster. When this game is good, it's very, very good. Damn right. When a game is bad, it's bad, bad, bad. Yep.
Watch out for the bomb.
No. I will die gloriously,
Found
Arcane.
something.
I thought there was one.
Like I was meant to.
Is there one there?
No, it's okay for now.
Okay.
Don't worry, if there's a bomb and I die gloriously, I'll just remember that, you know, in the moment of my death, I'll scream, "Avenge me, Arcane!" It'll just go on and on and on.
Yep.
That orbital strike did not target the tank.
Of course.
Of course.
I want a 500 on.
Yeah, 500 works. Oh,
I got it.
airburst works too.
Oh, we
apparently.
got it.
Our armor does make a sink. Whee! Okay. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Extraction when ready.
Time to get off this planet. Right, our armor should have safety flotation systems deployed. Whee!
Oh! Another tank, don't stand there.
It's okay. I'm immune to the tank.
Ooh. My
I-
reload didn't finish up quick enough.
Ah, but the good news is I finished it off. The glory is all mine, of course.
Say hello to democracy.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Reloading.
Oh, I am a shooter.
Black Strider.
The what Strider?
Strider.
Oh, okay.
Back to you.
For a second, I thought you said Bug Strider. I was like,
Oh no. Watch
Yeah,
out.
that's the next one. Black Strider.
I'm watching your failures. Okay, sending an orbital laser. Don't worry. I got the weakling covered.
Calling in orbital
Sending in a rail, of course. And one last one.
Sending an
Draw 500.
30 seconds.
Oh, I see.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I was doing that on purpose. I wasn't afraid of this guy. I just threw out 500 kg. I don't care.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Okay, we should be good to go. Dropping a new autocannon here if anyone needs one. Oops. Shot myself instead because apparently the stratagem didn't trigger. Lol. That was amusing.
Deploying support weapon. Pelican 1 landing in progress.
We need boats, a jet ski stratagem. Lol. Nah. What's the new MO? Liberate Virilia 5. That's all. Let's get in the ship quickly. Let's go, go, go. We gotta gather this liberation. So we're speed liberating Virilia 5, and we'll be getting the exosuit after. So it should be good.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
They die upon our barricades, whilst we rally our reserves.
Yes, there's armor that holds more stims. The medic set. Look for the medic perk. That'll hold more stims. Alright, next we're going to clear the blitz, then we're going to clear the eradicate. We're going to go fast. We're going to bank that liberation. We're going to do it all again. Oh yeah. Finally, a reason to play. And then I will wander around all worlds with 2 autocannons. And if it sucks, this hand on Palsted's bum. It is rated E for everybody. Remember that.
So if you get that suit, you just need one more stratagem for an all autocannon build.
Yes, nothing but autocannon. Only autocannon.
more ground.
Only auto and
Backpack,
only cannon.
sentry, an exosuit, and just one more.
The superstore is light gunner, dreadnought, and the stuff surrounding that. Helldivers can use their cape as an emergency buoyancy device. Lol. If only that were true.
Coordinates
Alright,
locked.
Blitz mission, you know what to do!
Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Eagle autocannon, or
Orbit
J. Well,
synchronized.
Okay, eagle this, that.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Eagle autocannon. Lol. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe one day.
Go now, Helldiver. Let our enemies take no step that is not hindered by the corpse of their comrade.
Calling down a support
Damn.
weapon.
Your head got in the
I'll
way.
just, I'll just lay on the ground. Elevation, I guess.
I'm going to this detector tower that's beside us.
Yep. I'm gonna grab my autocannon and go. Nice.
Well,
nice shot.
I died.
But that's okay. It was for the glory. Sometimes death for glory is a necessity.
New mag.
We gotta go to those drone fabricators, by the way.
300 meters.
Okay, calling in resupply here.
Mag's empty.
There we go. Player drop off? What do you mean? What about players who couldn't unlock level 7 and couldn't unlock ship upgrade? Well, why wouldn't they be able to unlock it? I mean, if they're still part of the player base remaining, they should still be able to do it. Just play on the planets that are populated and go unlock it. It's probably not too difficult. Like, randoms are not that bad, and most of the ones that are left are probably going to be veterans. The tenderizer would be perfect for this. Why? Bot drop detected, but from way back there. Well, we can hope, Daniel. Alright. Drop ships. They're coming out. Drone ships, gunships, sorry.
They all look the same to me.
Yep, Arcane's almost there. Should go down. There we go. Good shots. Okay. Waiting for my thing to cool down.
Marking location. Northeast.
Calling in a hellbomb.
On the ships.
Yep, you always get a few of those.
Hellbomb armed. Clear the area.
Okay.
Two more ships.
Yep. Nice. Okay, now we just have to take care of the remnant ships. Cloning would ruin the Helldiver's brains. Eh, you never know. Maybe Super Earth has some kind of good cloning technology to make things happen.
Fabricator. North. 300 meters.
Damn, I saw a scout stride in the distance. Wait, another what?
Ship fabricator.
Oh, damn.
North, 300 meters.
Well, that's gonna be unpleasant.
Can we... Did someone drop supplies?
Yeah, we can, cooling down now. I think not yet. We could drop them here.
Throwing supply beacon.
Yeah, like it before we go to the gunship.
Yep.
Low.
Is there a cannon? What the hell? Or tank?
Could be.
For prosperity.
We don't know what's in the fog.
Yep, west cannon.
Alright.
That one right
It's
there.
not looking at us for now, so should be okay. Head to the fabricator. It terminated its target, so we should be good. Well, I hope that this will be AH's redemption arc, Paul. We shall see. It might just be worth it.
Ships incoming.
Yep, on it. Okay, they're down.
Sending in an eagle.
Administering freedom.
You have ignited the torches of liberty. Extraction awaits.
I guess you could say that was smashing.
5 minutes left. Liberty, speed your step, Helldiver.
We got 5 minutes left. We need to start.
Hellbomb armed. Clear the area. Tagging map. Southwest. 100 meters. Reloading.
All right.
Requesting air support.
Administering freedom.
Requesting orbiter.
All right. Sending in my laser.
Democracy. Reloading.
Great.
I'm calling extra.
Yep, do it, do it. You gotta go as fast as possible. Faster the better.
Request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
For tonight, probably not. Because I don't have that much longer left. So I'm just gonna run a few quick runs, Star. But I will rotate in the morning. Is this Insomniac trying to get more runs? Where were you when I called earlier, huh?
ETA, T-minus 1 minute.
But yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna rotate tonight. I'm gonna just run, and then tomorrow morning, I'll do my regular.
Calling down supplies.
ETA, T-minus 1 minute.
You're lagging in the game? We're not lagging at all. And I'm playing cross-region. All this is baby steps toward the right direction. Better than going in the wrong direction, yeah? Imagine making breakfast. Very well. But yeah, it's okay. I'll see you in the morning. For the usual. That's okay, Miklas. There'll be other days.
ETA, T-minus 20 seconds.
There's always other days.
Preparing for touchdown.
What am I getting shot by? Go, go, go. Into the ship.
Countdown initiated. Stand
Yep.
by for takeoff. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Sorry, Russell, can't help you with that. Sounds like it could be an internet issue or a graphics issue on your end. Best thing is to ask the Airhead official Discord. The Liberator assault rifle, lol. If you headshot all the time, but it's just no good. Okay, no time, no downtime to waste.
That should slow him down. Every second counts.
On to next. Let's go, Mustbank Liberation. Must. Shinji has awoken to amazing news. No, you haven't.
Mission
Go back to
coordinates
sleep.
locked.
Small child.
Hellpods prime.
Oh wait, damn, BVS is an OnlyFan now. I can't bully him. Shit. Well, guess that's that.
Orbit.
I keep forgetting he's now an OnlyFan. He's no longer normal. He has the privilege. Well, Russell, you get 20 FPS in game. Telling me about it ain't gonna help you. I'm not the thing. Mechs are not live, you nerd. We get them after liberating Virillia 5. Why do you think I'm diving on this goddamn planet? The mechs are not live. We're gonna get them after this. Now shut your ass up and suit up.
Bon.
You got no time for sitting around. You want the new mech? Get in here.
Oh wait, is this
Eradicate. Please adjust your stratagems accordingly. We need to kill.
Yep.
Fair enough, BVS. You are forgiven for your statement. Instead of hitting you with this hand, I shall bless you with 2 fingertips. You may earn 3 someday.
We need the mortars, y'all. The mortars.
Launch initiated.
Water.
The mortars.
Yes, we need the Moiras. Send them all in. Robot is the 2 fingers. No, 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 no. Blessings go from 1 fingertip to 5. Depending on your sincerity, of course. The more sincere you are, the more the Church of the Bot may bless you. May.
Requesting sentry.
No. Damn. Oh, good. They didn't squish each other.
No, they won't. Now let's have them bomb the hell out of these protomatons. Let's go. Clankers! Where are you? Let's fight! Zip-a-dee-doo-dah, zip-a-dee-day. Plenty of clankers heading my way. Now where are you? Fight me.
Calling in orbital strike.
tank.
Heavy. East. Close.
Ah, good. That eagle should settle it.
It did.
No, they're
Job
dropping
good.
a tank in the sentries.
Oh no.
There's also a Strider.
Yep. Now that there's a
Must be the
Strider,
tank that got all the sentries.
Orbital inbound.
it's okay. We'll put down more later. I'm coming back down. I've sent in a 380. Be careful. Is padding more dominant as an armor passive? Not really. Padding is just something useful that can be helpful. I like to use it because it can give you additional benefits. Plus, sometimes I like a bit of a challenge. We're only on difficulty 7 after all. Been playing with extra padded fortified commando. Seems to tank explosions better. I mean, the padding just reduces the damage you take overall, so it could be just that, like, maybe you're taking explosions with the fortified to the head, because the head explosions will still kill you a lot. Oh, damn. Was that the air burst? Lol.
Pretty sure that was air burst.
No! You let me die, boy! Okay, I landed on the Hulk, though, so it should be fine.
Reporting to the
Nope.
front.
Ah, of course. Of course. Burst of the air. Right. You aerial
Supplies here,
burster.
gonna need them.
I don't know. Do you need supplies? You just need to kill me, huh? Mr. I use twisted weapons. This Devastator trying to pimp slap me. Yeah, what a nerd. We're almost there, people.
We're up in my mortars back here.
Everybody save your mortars. Anyone got something for the Tonka truck?
Pelican 1 arriving at
Ow.
coordinates. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
Requesting sentry.
Sounds like you had a fun time. Got it. Two for one. Alright. Let's get out of here. Not quite sure how, but somehow. Under the corpse, huh? Aw, damn it. Am I
There's a
trapped
Hulk
down
right-
here?
There's a Hulk right on the.
Well. I'm dead. You
What do you
guys
want me
go
to do,
without me.
robot?
No, just go without me. Go without me. It's okay. My sacrifice will not be in vain. Yeah, just get the extract and get out of here. I'll just stay under here.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for
I'll
takeoff.
just have, you know, relaxing vacation under this Hulk
Dive,
corpse.
Wait, why can't I get in?
Just dive. When you get stuck, just dive into shit.
I was trying to.
AH needs to release more metrics on armor, weapons, and enemies.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Maybe buff to heavy armor for headshots. Actually, no. They did release metrics about the headshot things. Like, any armor above 100 armor protects you from headshots better, which is why sometimes the extra padding armor for mediums can seem like it protects you more. That's all. Any armor, if you have an armor value, like, let's say armor value of 200, it would give you a lot more protection against headshots. So, that's just how it works. You can go liberate Vernon Wells if you want. I'm going straight to Verulia. I don't care. It is the double autocannon mech Aku.
It's only 1%, right? The regen, right? It's only 1%, so
Yep.
Vernon Wells not that important.
Like I said, let the Vernon Wells or the bot divers liberate that. They've got this. I'm going straight to Verulia. You see, you know, in video games, when you have a pathway to something, you got a pathway, like you can go step A, step B, step C, and then get there, right? Why do that? If you have to go through point A, B, C, D, no, I go straight to D. Because fuck that, that's my objective. So I'm going right there. Whoa, 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 okay, wait. No wonder we're not making any progress on Verulia. Dude, 32k players here, but guess what the regen rate is? 3.5.
Oh, 3.5.
Ah, they played us. No wonder this order's like that.
Mission accomplished.
I see how they want to do this. What a bunch of nerds.
The galactic war waits for no one.
Every planet is normal except for Verulia 5. Verulia 5 is 3.5. Joel, come on, let us win the damn order. This is stupid. Either way, it doesn't matter. Fine. Basically, we need Vernon Wells. Okay. Alright, boys, we're going straight to Vernon Wells, and we're going to take that. And if it's not ours by tomorrow, everybody spam ones on Vernon Wells. Alright? Now, we're not going to do that because it's way too boring, but we're going to go to Vernon Wells. Tomorrow, I'm going to spam ones on Vernon Wells. Everybody participates. Nobody quits. We get that done. We clear Vernon Wells in record time. We go on to Verulia. Because without Vernon Wells, we don't have this.
It's homework, right?
It is homework. It's gnome work. Okay. Alright, let's get this going. 50% call-in time, that's all it is. We'll start with the Eradicate, and we'll clear everything else.
The Vernon Wells system.
Straight to Vernon Wells, because Verulia is fucked in the... I can't say that on stream.
Jump complete.
But yes.
Mission coordinates locked.
Alright, people, you know what to do. Laser Lords will rise again. Joel really does suck at this DMing shit. But fine. If he's going to play cheap, then we'll have to do the cheap things as well. Irritating as they are. Eradicate mission, so you know what to bring. Bring your salsa. I'll have 1-380, the rest of you can bring whatever else is necessary. My 1-380 is as soon as we see a factory strider. Yep, I'm using the Van Daminator.
Launch initiated.
Do I get demonetized for cursing on stream? Not really, but it can reduce... It can create limited ads, so I avoid it where I can. So there's two types of styles. You don't get full demonetized, but you can get limited or no ads, which is annoying. It's the yellow symbol. I don't like to be on the yellow symbol. What's up? Vernon Wells is up. I know the objective is Verulia, but we can't go there yet. It's got 3.5% regeneration rate. So, how do you solve this problem? There's only one way. Get to Vernon Wells. Get the boost by clearing Vernon Wells. And then and only then will Verulia be ours. Ugh. Damn it, one of the mortars dropped on me for no reason. That's tossed me over there.
Ready to liberate.
Drop ships. Calling in orbital strike.
Really? It went for the dropship instead of the tank.
Yep.
That's insane.
That's what it does. Swimming
when
and
they're on it.
drowning. Yep, I'm distracting it. It's done.
Got it. Is that a tank in the water?
Possibly. Ask the Panzer
No,
of
it's
the Lake.
just a-
He
What's
dropped the
this
tank
one
right
has?
on top of my head. Oh no, I'm stuck in the ground.
Lol.
I'm in the tank, guys. I'm controlling the tank, I guess.
Okay, cool. Could you get it to blow up these guys? Well, that's happened to me once before. It's hilarious.
They won't let me to drop. I'm gonna drop 500 kg on top of
That is a wise decision. Do it. I wholeheartedly support this
it.
decision.
Witness me!
Witnessing!
Lol.
Ah, finally. The Factory Strider. Sending in 380 and I'm running. Skedaddling! Dolphin dive of glory! Come on, swim, 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 swim. Oh, well, hello there.
You have been a stalwart line of freedom. Extract when ready. Requesting sentry. Heavy. Southwest. Close. Requesting air support. Extraction request confirmed.
Oh, damn.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
My death. It's true, Elbon. Lots of stuff is missing. Arc Thor good on bots. Vibes G, I only use it on Eradicate missions because it's a very small map, so it's pretty fast to utilize it, that's all.
Request approved. Reinforcements.
Hopefully once we get more viable loadouts to experiment once the balancing stuff. Love to see machine guns like the Stalwart be of more use. Listen,
Countdown initiated.
I just hope that they adjust things. That's all. Once they adjust things, things will be fine.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
There's always lots of things that can be made viable.
Today you carved another foothold in a long climb to liberty.
The older arc was viable. It was 15 years.
One second. The old Arc Thor up to 50 meters was not more reliable, no. We just were able to fire it longer, so it was easier, sort of, to aim. Well, the bots are waterproof because they don't need oxygen. We do. That's the only problem. And yes, the planetary boost should be visible. The regeneration rate's visible, so we know. Maybe if we took down the planets around Verulia, the regeneration rate would reduce. But first, Vernon Wells. Then, we will strike there. Because right now, 35,000 people are making no impact on Verulia. Ha!
Keep it up, and pretty soon there won't be any bots left. Just manage.
Did we win the previous ammo? Of course not. We failed miserably, my guy. Why would anyone think we would win that? I told you all already, we were going to lose.
Hellpods primed.
Unless people killed 2,000 per hour. So unless you were doing that, no chance in hell. Okay, we're gonna start at this side.
Synchronized.
Yep, right on it. Okay. Let's finish this together, fam.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Mm-hmm. 400 kills per mission ain't enough, buddy. Your whole squad has to kill 2,000 per hour. And unfortunately, very few squads are capable of that. It's not easy.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let
Oh,
nothing
we're jammed.
stand in the way of
Red
liberty.
planet, I can't see shit.
Jammer's here. Heading up.
Run, track. Run.
God damn. Almost clear. Okay, disabling. One of our very few unlucky drops, but that's how it goes.
I got the terminal. Engaging terminal.
I miss having an eruptor that could handle these.
Throwing supply beacon.
Okay, we're clean.
Sending in an eagle. Reinforcing.
I'm gonna call in the hell bomb.
Rolling in a hell bomb.
Track, do you need stims or something?
No diver left
Yeah, I'm doubling up.
behind. Requesting advanced weaponry.
I'm grabbing my
I got the terminal.
autocannon real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. I've thrown mine outside the
Hell bomb
base,
marked. Clear the area.
and I'll be grabbing it shortly. Hell bomb's armed, by the way. Just don't die.
On my position.
At least I got that bolt.
Dropping a pin. West. 200 meters.
Don't land on me. If you want high kills on bugs, it's usually best to bring a arc thrower. Automatons are not good for killing anyway. Like, that's another one of the big problems. Players were killing automatons during the time. I get it was a kind of order where you could do whatever that you wanted, but still. Players simply weren't able to meet the requirements, so we failed. And this is why when you deliver a major order, you must be aware of how much can your player base really achieve. And don't give long orders that are boring.
Reloading.
Okay, that cannon turret's done. Bot drop detected, but that's okay.
Tagging map. Dropship. South. Far. Sending in an eagle.
Setting an eagle.
Is there any ammo left?
Not right now. We would need to wait 30 seconds.
Right on target.
There's a beacon over here, 200 meters north. Might be ammo.
There's also a super stack.
Requesting orbital strike.
Orbital strike incoming.
New mag.
Come on, K4. Come on, you got it.
What the hell are those weird noises, I swear.
Reloading.
Anyway. Heading south.
Marking location.
Found something.
There's some ammo at this base, I guess. Guess I have to do this the old-fashioned way. Done. Okay, heading south.
Supplies.
I'll take it.
Actually, if anyone needs to resupply, the resupply box is ready again. Here, I'll toss it on me.
Super. Calling down supplies.
Yep, this way.
Tagging location.
Requesting air support.
Good. I've never noticed us losing stamina when taking a hit. But it could just be me. Okay, grabbing one. Right, off we go.
I'm gonna go double up. I don't need it.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay.
Reloading.
My YouTube is weirdly buffering. But it's not a OBS problem. Nope, it's just my internet for a second. Weird. Well, goddamn. That is a tank.
Attack underway.
There we go, it's done. Base back there. Track, if you wouldn't mind.
50 meters. Sending in an eagle.
Damn it!
What happened?
Why my character freaking climbed the tank and I
died?
because I touched it.
Lol.
I wasn't even trying to climb the tank.
Insta death.
It
Hey,
was.
look, there's an arc thrower. Not that I'd use it, but still. There was one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's a cannon tower here.
Calling in orbital
Just going to
strike.
send that there.
Found something.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Oh, am I now? Okay.
Warning, you are in range of
Oh, there.
That artillery almost
Yep, I
nailed
see
me.
it. So good, going there now. I'm going to adjust its life.
Orbital inbound.
Sending it in. Orbital laser.
Oh my god, I'm getting.
Mag's empty.
No, Hurricane.
I couldn't escape. That was just pinned down in the water and.
It's okay. We shall remember you. A little bit. On Tuesdays.
Requesting air support.
Tuesdays.
What's my favorite armor against bots? Use whatever you want. To be honest, armor matters very little. I'm just being real about that. I'm not trying to bullshit you. You can use
more
heavy
personal
armor.
preference.
Yeah, it's more personal preference. You can use heavy armor, light armor, medium armor. You can use gnome armor. You can be a garden gnome if you want to. You can use World of Warcraft armor. You can use shrimp-based armor.
If there was actual gnome armor, I would use it.
What?
Calling in a hell bomb.
If there was actual gnome armor, you would use it.
Dropship.
Why am I not surprised?
Probably a hell bomb here.
Okay.
Have a taste of democracy.
Found something. Hell bomb arm. Clear the area.
Oh crap! Killed myself. Oh well.
Reinforcing.
Just toss me somewhere over there. I think you're the first person I've seen in a long time actually bother to use the hell bomb to kill the
I
drop
was out
ships.
of airstrikes or eagles. So.
Understandable. So am I. So I was like, I was trying to get rid of these nerds, then shoot my autocannon at it. Well, that was some fun. All right.
Life for super.
Calling in a resupply for us all. We will resup and then we go there.
Dropping a pin.
No need to worry about the base.
Far.
Plot armor too? Absolutely, I love plot armor. Yeah, you can use the store's light armor if you want to. So you can run fast and still be medium, effectively. Or you can use the medium armor, White Wolf set, with extra padding so that you can become heavy while still keeping medium speed. This is the way of champions.
Sending in an eagle.
Stun them all. Say cheese for the airstrike. Boom, 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 boom. That's always fun to do. One strider is spinning. Lol, the Devastator shield is flipping and spinning around. Gotta love the physics. Oh, listen, Fob Hopper. I hear ya. But yeah, you're a bit late. The discussion section finished. Now we've got a new order, so we're trying it out. And it's actually pretty decent because we will get an actual stratagem for this one. We just have to liberate Virillia 5. But Joel, being the silly man he is, and not realizing player count has fallen immensely, has set a regeneration rate of 3.5% on Virillia. Not quite sure what we're supposed to achieve there. But it is what it is, I suppose. Hit the radar if you want. I'm moving past. Going straight for the kills.
Taking care of the turrets on us. Look out.
Okay.
Sending in an eagle. Calling in orbital strike.
It's dealt with.
Oh, nice airburst.
12 o'clock.
I'm on it.
Ooh. Now let's wait till Arcane
another
can
one
send
in.
another. Yep.
Sending in an eagle.
I like it. This is the way.
6 of them gone.
Dropship.
Drop
Bot drop on
ships.
us.
Yep. Gonna do what I have to. Sending in laser.
Dropping another launch.
Thank you. Oh.
Reloading!
We
Dropping a
walked
resupply here.
past. In fact, we walked past a Devastator.
It happens.
Reloading!
I'm close to out of stims, but I'll be fine. Just need to call that in.
Coming down now.
Yep. Oh, you call one in already. Nice.
Yeah.
Shank you, shank you. The bots you use medium. Sure. That's the one that most people use for bots, Exterminator set. I too favorite it a lot, but I don't know, the White Wolf just works for me. Plus I like the challenge of managing recoil. But if I ever feel like it, I go back to Exterminator set. Whenever I know things are getting dicey. Alright.
Alright, it's sabotaging.
Tagging map. North,
Good.
300 meters.
Let's get out of here. I'm heading for the extraction.
Democracy has been well delivered. May your extraction be swift.
If the autocannons are as powerful as the ones that are on the sentry, then it'll be good against everything, which it should have been in the first place. Mechs should have always been a stratagem that was good against everything. So I feel the autocannon one, like what they need to do, start doing is do the power creep. This new mech needs to be literally designed for absolutely murdering everything. So 2 autocannons, good. We should be able to fire on anything like an autocannon turret and murder it. And of course, a very generous ammo selection. If they don't start
Fall back
making
up the
things
hill.
OP now, we're gonna suffer. Sorry, Arcane, what's up?
I was saying to fall back over the hill track.
Okay.
Calling in extraction.
Hopefully the Bringer of Balance gets fired. Once he's fired, I think we'll all be happier as people. Until then, we shall have to suffer his existence. But what Warhammer 40k taught me is suffer not the witch to live.
Orbital inbound.
I'm sure the Bringer of Balance will be very cooperative once his paycheck is balanced to results. Makes sense, right? If you're a balanced dev, sure. Balance the game however you like. But if player count drops, buddy, your paycheck takes the hit. So let's see who's willing to play that game.
Sending in an eagle.
Calling down supplies.
Tossing in.
T-minus 2 minutes.
Reinforcing using stratagems, sure. Honestly, I just want the mechs to be able to reload and have like a lot more ammo because I can only call in 2 per match, right? Unless they remove that restriction. They want it in its current state, sure, fine. 6 mechs per mission, 3 minutes per any call in. That way I can use it anytime there's a fight. And it makes sense. I don't like limitations. Gameplay should be unlimitless, like limitless and free. Like for example, the laser cannon, make it every 5 minutes I can call it in, but no 3-time use only. Anytime, anywhere. Use it whenever you want. That'll make it one of the best stratagems. Everybody will use it and abuse it.
Reloading.
And that is what gaming should be. Fun. Good kills.
T-minus 1 minute.
I hope the so-called Bringer of Balance remembers what fun is someday. No, 9 is better, but there's no point in doing 9 because 7's just faster. You don't have to think too hard. And if we're running relatively fast anyway, we may as well have a good time doing it. We can do 9s, but they're just strenuous.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Requesting air.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine, Pete. Go ahead. Take a break.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Lots of people are taking a break right now. Nothing much you can do about that. Take a break.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the extraction zone. Pelican 1, landing in progress.
Rocket pods worth it on automatons. Do you see me using them? If you don't see me using them, then they ain't worth it.
Getting in.
Yep.
Countdown initiated.
Let's go.
Stand by for takeoff.
Trust me when I say I only use the best of 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 the best. If it ain't the best of the best of the best, I don't bother.
Victory was never in doubt.
No, I think he was bouncing Hello Neighbors 2, I believe, not Maple Story. I don't know all the facts, but I know for sure he was balancing Hello Neighbors 2. I didn't hear anything about Maple Story. Hello, Danielius. There's no new stratagem yet. You gotta earn it. Clear this major order and you earn it. So what do you mean new stratagem? Get in the game right now. We've got things to kill. Vernon Wells first. Spam level 1s on Vernon Wells until Vernon Wells is ours. Why? The regeneration rate is way too high on Verilia for us to take it directly. We gotta take out Vernon Wells first and maybe some other planets along the way. Listen, Karpa, don't read any of those articles. They're all fake. Number 2, if you don't see me using it, it's fake. Like, most of these people don't actually play the game. They just make these articles for clickbait. Like I said, there's been 2, 3, 4, 5 YouTubers all putting out tier lists. None of them use what I use. And I can tell you that they are inefficient.
Well done.
Do we get anti-tank mines? No.
Don't trust it.
Yeah, like Arcane says, if it's a
They
tier list,
are
don't
our
trust it.
next
Because it's
victory.
pointless.
And that's just about for any game.
True.
Like,
Hellpods Prime. Engaging.
There's only one game where I've
one-
trusted a tier list,
Have
and
one
it's
or
COD.
two maybe, but if you make tier lists every other day, it's like, what's the point, bro?
Oh, they do it for the clickbait
Yeah.
mostly, and they buy the views anyway, so...
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I said, not gonna name the name of the person who's doing this, but I hate him. He ruined so many other games already, and he is annoying. But it's exactly what I expect of a soulless man like him. His very breath disgusts me. All right, let's kill. Of course it didn't, Helmar. It's Games Radar. Since when do they actually play the games? No problem, Danielis. I'll see you on Vernon Wells. We need to take Vernon Wells for the bonus. Once we have it, I'll also have a video later explaining it all, but once we take Vernon Wells, we have it, we should be able to take Verilia a lot easier, but I don't know if there are any other planets that are contributing to it. Emancipator Mech. Yes, that's the new one.
sorry.
Yep, no problem. Take your time.
Hellpod launch initiated.
We got this. We are here to murder. I got murder on my mind. Oh, you mean the high X grenade? Yeah, I saw that tier list before. The one with the high X grenade being S tier. This is the best one. I was like, lol. And I held that note the entire time, along with my middle finger at the entire list.
Purifier, best one.
Go now. And hear the shadow.
Purifier number
no.
one? Oh, okay.
Purifier.
Okay, Arcane. Okay. You absolute
PF
heretic.
number one.
PF number one. No,
I'm
BB,
stuck.
BB number one. See, that's what you get for being a Purifier user. This man says Purifier number one. Look at where he is. Hey, go punch him
I'm
out of it,
stuck
man.
in the generator.
Okay. If you
Turn
can
it
reach
off
him.
No, shoot to the side with the plasma. You have the plasma?
Engaging terminal.
Is he out?
Well, my body is.
Calling in
Lol.
reinforcements.
My soul isn't.
Oh, he straight up got murdered. What a nerd.
The pot almost took me back inside.
The community news is okay, Drowl. I don't mind the community news articles, but yeah, they give absolutely trash advice for the actual game. Good, Okita. Nice job. Keep going, my Super Earth Elite. Finally have a reason to fight.
Why won't it let me?
Sending in an eagle.
Maybe it might have been on a weird incline.
Dropping a pin.
Could have been.
200 meters.
Could have been anything. Alright, we got jump packers. You know what to do.
Reloading.
Ah, of course, the bulk. Good day to you, sir, and goodbye. You have no place here. Calling in resupply. Oh. Good, sir. Now is not the time. Okay, pull the lever. Ooh, another one. Spicy boy. Get stunned. Wait, what? There we are. It turned for me somehow while stunned, so I had no choice. Had to blast the leg. Alright. We shall go to the north. To Northrend. There's a double drone fabricator dead ahead, so... Red ahead, low. Please be careful.
Going for it.
Yep.
Now just waiting for somebody else to ping and double up. 'Cause the laser cannon is questionable sometimes with it.
Big nerd, what's up? You know it, Princess Star. You know it. If I don't entertain the people, am I really who I am? We had some good conversations today too. It was very nice.
Oh no, the ship.
It crashed on you, didn't it?
Throw me towards the the things.
Did somebody throw him close? You nerd.
Yeah,
That is not.
It's okay. Hopefully it was nearer to your stuff. We're coming in to back you up. Alright everybody, we're heading to the drone fabricators. We are gonna back this man up, no matter what.
Requesting air support.
It was relaxing. I didn't mind the chats. The chatter was good. I want these devastators down.
Not today.
Okay, reloaded. Moving.
Calling in a hell bomb.
More ships.
Okay, track has one down already. Other one down.
Armed.
Yep. Trying to clear them before they do anything. No!
Reloading.
One left. There. Got all the ships too. Okay, 3 seconds to supply.
Now I'm gonna run back for my stuff.
Okay.
Requesting air support.
That's done. Running back 2. We shall have to regroup. Alright, good. Resupply here. Launch code's right here. Grabbing. ICBM launch. Let's make it happen. There's a big base in between now and the ICBM. Once we supply up, we will throw 2 lasers on that big base and clear it instantly. That way we don't have to sweat. You can hope for that, K-Acid. But just remember, hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. I'm gonna get a better angle on it before I toss in. I've got the perfect angle from here.
Reloading.
It's done. Sending in laser.
Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital laser.
Thought out.
Oh, airstrike, airstrike.
Oh. Nice. Okay, the base is done.
Mag's empty.
Don't die. Alright, onward. If Wezen was playable before? Not before, no. And don't worry, I can answer it. It's not, chat's not moving that fast, so yeah, Wezen was not playable before. It's a totally new planet. But I mean, it might look the same as every other planet out there, so you can go there if you want, but it's not where we need forces. We need forces on to take Vernon Wells first. Once Vernon Wells is cleared, then we can move on to Verulia. That's the issue. Because the regen rate on Verulia is just way too strong right now. It is devastatingly bad.
Sending in an eagle.
Sending in a beagle too. The
Northeast. Close.
stun.
Requesting
Resupply right here.
Reloading.
Okay, good. No more left alive here.
Marking location. Cancel that. Lock. West. Southwest.
Reloading.
Mag's empty.
I got the terminal.
C3PO.
Reloading.
Eagle back from the nest.
Okay, I guess I'll supply. Yeah, sure, you can. Just remember, we need max contribution on Vernon Wells. If you can't spam ones, get Vernon Wells cleared ASAP. The faster we clear Vernon Wells, the
I'm
better.
on the terminal.
Once Vernon Wells is fully cleared, we win.
Dropping a
GG.
pin. South.
Tagging location. Never mind.
Apparently we have to go past the missile. Alright. Let's get to it.
Another step towards galactic
Yeah,
liberation.
somehow ragdolled by the damn missile.
Extract when ready. Tagging location. Never mind. West.
Okay, go ahead, Arcane. Make sure their Westfold falls.
They did.
Go, 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 go. You fully understand, Skipper. Good. Because we have a plan and we need to win. And the only way to win is to go harder than we've ever gone before. I can smell the earthquaking. I mean, the fire tornadoes will always be bad no matter what. You know, considering that this planet is like dead and, I don't know, devoid of life and empty, where the hell were the training facilities in the first place? Were they training citizens in like ditches and trenches? Oh. Rail cannon.
Orbital strike incoming.
Oh, somebody lasered that.
Reloading!
About drop.
Well, won't go to waste. Sending in a stair
Probably
strike.
neither one, but-
Democracy's on its way. You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Good work. I just gotta learn to firebend those tornadoes. Nah. That's not how it works. Could be underground bunkers. Ooh. Almost got murdered. Ah, factory strider.
Sending in an eagle.
I'm gonna move around for a better shot.
I do like to taste freedom.
Calling in orbital strike.
It's down.
It better be. .360 quick scope.
Calling in extraction.
I need a key reload.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Lol.
I was like, wait a second, what is this blue beacon?
T-minus 2 minutes 30 seconds.
A likely story of your weakness. Shameful. What's this? This nerd trying to attack me.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes.
High life for Super Earth.
Arcane, if you want, I'll team reload you.
How are you gonna team reload him? Unless you're also using the air burst.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hulks from behind, guys. Watch out.
Got them from the air.
I was set on fire and I died. I died
Duh.
from the impact and it was like 2 feet.
I saw them just marching in there. I wanted to save you guys. I threw a stun, it was too late. Shameful.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Well, I expected that, Miklas. Everyone would go straight there, it's accessible. But they don't know the regeneration rate. Therefore, what to do? Such is the pain. Players will go there and say, why are we making barely any progress? But the good news is that they are somewhat making progress now. Because they have enough.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Vernon Wells, however, is losing progress, so
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
if things get bad enough, I'm sure they'll just spam farm it. We shall see. Because there's so many people spam farming on Verilia now that we're getting a 7% capture rate.
Pelican 1 arriving
So it is beating things out, but I think Vernon Wells will have to be sacrificed. We shall see.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Alright, let's get out of here. We're in Discord.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
We here.
You
Yeah.
have maintained our way of life.
You see, I do not have to play with randoms. I have my crew. To be honest, considering the fact that enough people are just how did they reach 9% per hour? Okay, whatever. I think we might just have to gangbang Verilia. Huh. Everybody seems to have gone there. Hell, even some of the bug divers moved there, so sure, whatever. Well, that works.
Player base is weird, man. Could never follow where these guys want to go sometimes.
I know. Well, we banked what we're supposed to bank. I just seeing everybody going and gang banging for Verilia 5. I bet you they're all spamming ones right now. Like gonna spam it throughout the night.
Check on the map.
Lol.
I swear this is funny.
A lot of dead bots down there. Good job.
It is the new exosuit, and there will be a lure there, but even then,
The Helldivers
overcoming a
battle
3.5%
Let us
liberation
decide
rate
with
is
the
not
end of the
easy.
fray.
I really respect the fact that they're going this hard just because there's a actual reward being dangled. So like, yeah, we're gonna do it. Because we were one of the first on Verilia 5, right? We made no impact because it was at 0%. But now that everybody's gangbanging the planet, it's like 7% per second. So it'll 7% per hour. It'll walk back 3.5%. Players don't care. They're just gonna bang that planet. It'll be done in a day and 2 hours. So yep.
They heard exosuit. They come coming.
Yep, they better be coming in for this exosuit. Either way, that does bring us to the end, so hang on, wait. Finally a reason to fight. There we go.
How many more missions do we have for stream?
For stream, none. I am ending
That's it.
now.
Okay.
So no worries, but we can resume in the morning. Because I have other things that I must do. First, I'm going to shoot a video. It's just going to be like 3 minutes. Then I'm going to go poke stuff. Might also take an extra nap. I'm tired. But tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Please be Friday? Okay, it's Friday. Yep, tomorrow's Friday. It shall be the day of reckoning. And we shall strike at the heart of our enemies. So, thank you all. I will squeeze you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Fight on Verilia 5, because you know, we literally don't need to go to Vernon Wells anymore. Considering the player base all decided to gangbang the planet, 61% of players there, I think we'll be fine. So, yep, I'll see you guys there tomorrow. Or tonight, if you want to play during peak period, go there, slap the shit out of Aurelia 5. And if you know, want to sneak a few ones in, let's just say nobody's going to stop you. So you might want to sneak a few ones in, but you didn't hear it from me, all right? All right, thank you all. I'll see y'all in the morning. Y'all have a good one. And tomorrow we ride.